Happy Saturday. We have a great show on tap for y'all. Big Ray's joining us later. In the meantime, we have Nick O, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Nick O. What's going on, dude? Is that you in the chat, Nick2116?
Yeah, man, that's me. I was messing around.
You tried to sneak it. You tried to sneak it in there. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm ready to play Kirk Cousins, a little bridge quarterback till Ray gets on, man. Hope I do all right.
No, you're Tom Brady, bro. Let's get the fuck out of here without the plastic surgery.
Hey, see the banner, bro. Call me Joe Montana, all right?
Yeah, overrated. Sorry to break that to you. I'm a Steve Young guy, okay? I'm a Steve Young guy. So
I love Steve Young, but I'd rather be an overrated Joe Montana than flat ball Brady.
Yeah, definitely. So, real quick, speaking of your Niners, Mike Evans, we haven't talked since free agency started. How pumped are you for Mike Evans? Where do you see the fit? Because I know you're very in tune with the Niners.
I am. I like it. Spoiler alert, we got a list coming up, and we're going to talk a little bit about this on our list. So I don't know how much you want me to get into it now, but Mike Evans is a fantastic signing. That dude can high point it. He's going to win. They're not even 50-50 balls. I call them 80-20 balls when it comes to that guy. Kyle Shanahan is one of the best statistically in the red zone. Him and Andy Reid, I think, lead the NFL in red zone offensive play calling. And you're going to give him a 6'5" Mike Evans. Like, what corner in the league are you going to put on him in very short distance to go or in the red zone at the goal line and say, go cover Mike Evans? Like, his injuries weren't anything that are going to affect his ability to cut or to move, to run, to jump. It was a collarbone and the hamstring every year. I'm already for 4 weeks at least with a hamstring, especially with the electrical substation over there. Might be a couple more. But I think Kyle Shanahan's going to get the most out of him. Kittle isn't going to be there right away in the beginning, but you get those two both in the red zone. Sorry, McCaffrey, you ain't running another touchdown in this year, man. It's all going to be those two, I think, when you're in close.
And Mike Evans being extremely hungry. Now, he won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady, but the way that year ended last year on the Bucs, you saw him visibly, verbally pissed off at the coaching staff, at Baker, at just everything going on there. And he needs a reset. Like, this is perfect for his career because he was kind of, fading into his twilight a little bit. And he's a guy that can operate at less than 100% his athletic ability, right, in terms of speed. And he was a burner, but he is still quick enough, and it's just he's a freak, man. He's a long length. I think we all underrate Mike Evans' like athletic prowess. Like, that dude is, if you saw him in person, it's literally LeBron James level based on the competition he's facing, right? Like, he's not only is he tall, he's fucking, what is he, 235? Like, that is a monster.
Yeah, give or take. But that's it's one of those huge. It's one of those where, we added Mike Evans, a vertical threat to the 49ers offense. And people are like, that's not a speed guy. He's not a burner. What are you talking about? What we're talking about is Brock Purdy's willing to take chances and thread the needle. Dude's got a ton of confidence in his arm. The vertical threat is Evans 30-plus yards down the field and just throw it. You saw Baker do it countless times. He doesn't even have to be open. That's the vertical threat. It's not that he's outrunning anybody. He's just going to win at the point of the catch.
What are your thoughts on Brandon Ayuk? Is it a nice replacement for Brandon Ayuk, who just didn't even play football last year? He was in the books. He was in the books for you guys.
He was, and they play a little bit different of a game. I don't think Ayuk is a contested catch guy as much as what Evans is. And Ayuk and Evans both run good routes. You've seen Ayuk block like it's nobody's business, and he gets out of his breaks, or he used to get out of his breaks really quickly, and that's why he was usually a yard and a half or so away from the defender and was able to catch the ball and get a few yards after the catch. Where Evans, he may be right on top of the guy might be right on top of him, but he's still going to get the catch.
Is Ayuk going to the Commanders? I know, like, you guys are trying to blackball them a little bit, and you saw them bring back in Diami Brown. Like, I don't know what the Commanders are doing. Like, they had a chance to bring in somebody, and they're just like, well, Zach Ertz is gone now. We'll bring in Chikakonkwo, who I like, but Chikakonkwo is not a difference maker. It's literally Terry McLaurin there, and they brought in Rachaad White. Congratulations, dude.
They need a second receiver there, and there's some guys coming out in the draft they may target, but as a whole, I don't know what Ayuk's going to do. I don't know how healthy he is. There's rumors as to he skipped a lot of his rehab and he's not ready and his knees never.
Would that surprise you? You know what I mean? Like, that's right on par with what we've heard. Is that he wouldn't have taken it seriously because he had his money.
And then there's also the camp that it's like, oh, it's just some bad blood with the Niners and his knee's fine. So maybe they sign him on a prove-it deal for a year, but the baggage that comes with that concerns me. If I'm the Commanders, I think they did a good job of getting younger, signing a lot of guys this year to help improve that team. They're one of the oldest teams in the NFL last year, and that just isn't the recipe typically. And the Ayuk fit with Jaden Daniels being his college quarterback for a year, and they're friendly together. So maybe it's that change of scenery helps him, but I doubt it. And you see TJ Hushmanzada is his manager, right? And he's even came out and was like, man, this dude's kind of tripping. This dude's kind of about the money. I don't know why this dude's doing this. And that's like the number one guy in your corner that's saying these things. That is really concerning as another team, whether it's going to be worth the risk to even bring him in.
We have Dakota in the chat, pretty pissed. He's a Niners guy, pissed about my slandering the great Joe Montana. I just said overrated doesn't mean he's an all-time great. I'm saying he's not the second best quarterback of all time, but it is kind of a questionable take. And I know one other questionable take. Here it is.
Look at this. This is Laurence Olivier and Othello. Mm-hmm. And this is James Earl Jones. Now look at how close they look.
Look at that. James Earl Jones doing a great blackface.
James Earl Jones has a black face. He's a black man.
He's not black. James
of course
Earl
he's black.
He was Darth Vader.
Darth Vader was black?
No,
see, okay, there we go.
Darth Vader was not black. They took the mask off. He was white.
Montana was good. He was good. They took the helmet off and he won Super Bowls.
He was clutch.
So
he was clutch. So many MVPs, man. So many touchdowns. Never lost a Super Bowl. It was his rating when pressure was on and it was time to shine. He did it better than most.
We got OJ in here. Will Geno Smith bring New York to the Lombardi Trophy this year? Let's kind of dissect this question in two different ways. No is the answer to that. What is the upside? How many wins do you think the Jets can have? If everything goes well, if Geno plays like he did in Seattle, if that really old defense they're signing actually plays ball, which is funny that the Jets are like signing a lot of veterans on defense when they need to rebuild. But I think Aaron Glenn just wants a professional defense. What is the upside for wins for the Jets? Is it 7 wins is the most they can win? It's less?
Nope. I'm taking under 7. If that's the number you're giving me.
The upside, the absolute highest. If everything breaks right, you think it's still not 7?
All right. I was thinking over under. So if you're setting that number at 7, I'm taking under. Yeah, maybe if Aaron Glenn gets his shit together with that defense, but it's a tough division. You got a couple teams in there that you're probably going to lose 4 games to straight away, as well as I don't know what you're going to do on offense. And Geno, you saw a half a year and some inconsistent bullshit in Seattle. Dude was a fluke. Been garbage for years. Went to Seattle, was hit or miss, like had a hot streak. Like, I mean, even a blind squirrel finds a nut from time to time. That's all Geno was, man. Dude's garbage.
You talk about Geno like I talk about Joe Montana. It's pretty funny.
Not even close.
Whenever OJ's in the chat, I have to play this clip just because out of respect for OJ and also rip Norm Macdonald.
According to retailers, the most popular Halloween mask this year is OJ Simpson. And the most popular Halloween greeting is, I'll kill you and that guy who's bringing over your glasses, or a trait.
All right, let's get to our list. We're going to break down the top 3 winners and losers based on team. We did players yesterday with Big Ray for fantasy, like winners and losers for individual players. We're doing teams here, Nick. Let's go with winners first. Let's start positive. Give me your number 1 or your first winning team in free agency. This also encompasses, coaching changes, free agency acquisitions, trades, everything in the offseason. Winners so far.
All right. This was not an easy list. I feel like there's a lot of winners. The losers were a little harder for me to find. And I'm surprised we're starting at 1, man. Usually lists are countdowns, right? You start at the low, but if you want my controversial one too, I'm going to say I pay attention to the mainstream media, right? And I listen, and most of it's bullshit, and we form our own opinions off of it. But I'm going to go against the grain and say the Raiders are my number 1 winner in free agency and the offseason. And I got a few reasons for it. One, number 1 pick, right? You're taking Mendoza. You get your pick of the litter. I understand it's not a strong quarterback class. I understand the question marks around Mendoza, but either way, it's the number 1 pick. It's the number 1 quarterback. You're going to be able to pair him with fantastic running back and tight end, both on rookie deals. You put Linderbaum in the center to kind of call that offense, to help protect those guys, to help establish that run game. You added Naylor, who I'm not super excited about, but they didn't have a lot of receivers. So you gotta add something. And I'm still looking for a little more receiver on that offense and a little more at offensive line. But as a whole, it's a fantastic core. And you bring in Kubiak, who has the potential to be the next great offensive-minded head coach, in my opinion. You see a lot of these guys coming from the McVay-Shanahan tree that are just killing it in the NFL. And it's an exciting young hire. And I think that offense is going to be a little more upbeat than what we're used to. And I don't know if Mendoza is going to be the man right away, or if you're going to see a Kirk Cousins in there to hold things down for a minute, or some other veteran quarterback. I'm not sure which way they go. But the defensive side of the ball is where I'm a lot more excited. They paired a couple of national championship winning linebackers from the Georgia Bulldogs, right? With Quay Walker and Kobe Dean. They added the defensive end's escaping me right now, but I know they signed a defensive end up there too.
Quiddy Pay?
Yes. And I don't know what defense they're going to be calling. I don't know how quickly they're going to gel. There's going to be some maybe some potholes on that road to getting their shit together on the defensive side of the ball. But as a whole, the position they're in with the picks that they have, and then returning Crosby, I think is a win for them too. You know, if another team out there is willing to give 2 first-round picks for this dude, he's obviously an asset. I don't think the Raiders are Crosby away from winning the Super Bowl, but I also think bringing him back with all those additions on that defensive side of the ball, it's going to be a really strong front seven, and you're going to see improvement, but a hell of a division they got to play against, man. So it's going to be tough to get out of the cellar there. I'm not calling the Raiders playoff team. I'm not calling them this, worst to first. I'm just saying I think they made all the right moves. They spent a lot of money. They got some really great players on that team, as well as they got some really great picks in. I think they're a few years out from, being really competitive in that division.
Well, that's kind of where I'm going with the Max Crosby thing. Yes, he has an asset, and yes, he makes your team better, but they are still realistically, if they were in a different division, then you could tell me maybe a Titan situation where it's last to first, but they're not in any division. They're in the top 3 toughest division in the league with some really high-end talent, and also Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid reside in that division. So would you like their offseason more if that trade went through with the Ravens, getting the 14th overall pick and then getting next year's first? Because that's more in line with kind of what they're doing. I know they're bringing in some mid-range younger talent, which is going to play for years to come. And Max Crosby is more of a 1 to 2 to 3 year prime player, right? Where in 3 years, when they're good, when we expect they could be a Super Bowl contender, Max Crosby will be clearly on the downside of his career.
Yes, and it would have been even more exciting to get additional first round picks. I'm not going to say that wouldn't have been a win, but at the same time, I'm not mad at any team that's got Max Crosby to play for them. And those other players that they're bringing in now, I think can learn and feed from Crosby, and he's going to set the tone in the locker room, and that unit as a whole is going to learn how to play and learn how to act right for the next couple of years with that veteran leadership, with that high motor guy like Crosby in the locker room.
So I had the Raiders as well on my list. They were my number 3, but I'll talk about them a little bit. I mean, I could echo a lot of things you said. It's 3 things. It's coach, which Pete Carroll, I don't know how bought in he was. I think that was clearly a money grab from Pete Carroll, and it worked out because he coached 1 year and he got all that money to not only upgrade. Any coach would upgrade from Pete Carroll at this stage of his career, and then mix that with the fact he had his son being the offensive line coach, which is just hilarious. So you have both those out of there, and to pair it with Clint with Kubiak, who is one of these Sean McVay level clones, right? With the age he is, also with the fact that he's been involved in football since as a little kid. He knows the game. He knows what it takes to be an elite coordinator. We'll see how his head coach prowess is. That might take a year or two to come to fruition. But you mix the head coach, you mix the quarterback, which Geno Smith had an all-time epic bad season, and whether Mendoza pans out or not. Even as a rookie, first snap, I promise you he's better than what Geno Smith was. And then now all the players in the defense. That defense was historically bad. Linderbaum, whether you think it was too much money or not, it was too much money, but they had too much money to spend. So it's kind of a wash in terms of overpaying. And just a guy to kind of solidify that offensive line, which was awful. Now you can unlock Genty a little bit, which will in generally it will unlock the passing game, right? Like it will help out the downfield stuff. The play action will actually be viable. The play action was awful for the Raiders last year. It was non-existent.
It was
because they're just like, yes, run the ball. You can get 2 yards. Run the ball. You get 2 yards. So Raiders definitely a big winner. Who is your second winner of the offseason?
My second winner, it wasn't that they made a lot of moves, and I'm not sure that this one's going to be on your list. I kind of hope the Raiders would be, so I'm glad to see they at least made third on your list. These guys lost nobody significant and added 2 major players, I think, to their only glaring weakness, and that was the Rams. They went out and they traded for McDuffie and signed him to a massive deal. They've made, 1 first-round pick in the last 10 years in Jared Verse. Otherwise, man, these guys just keep throwing first-rounders around. This is your last chance with Stafford, man. It's a swan song. He's on his way out. You've got that entire team built. The only reason the Rams lost in the playoffs last year is they couldn't stop the pass. And they, like I said, traded for McDuffie, and then they went and got Jalen Watson from Kansas City. And I'm not saying Kansas City had the best pass defense, and now it equates over here, right? It's 2 players, it's 2 corners. But as a whole, McDuffie's one of the easily top 10 corners in the league right now, if not higher. Yeah.
I think top 5.
Yeah, and that's why I said easily. You can make an argument top 5. And so to shore up their only glaring weakness, their only major hole, and then lose nothing else of significant note, dude, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think that's a Super Bowl favorite. I hate that they're in my division, and they're going to have a squad, man.
Yeah, and, they did give up a lot for McDuffie, and I would say they gave up more in terms of the contract and the trade because Sauce Gardner just went for 2 firsts. And I would say they are you could maybe, if you want to give the edge to Sauce Gardner, that's fine. I won't. I don't think Sauce Gardner is that good. I think that they're same tier of corner. And I think Sauce Gardner has more ego, which can get you in trouble at cornerback. I think McDuffie's one of those guys that's not afraid to hit you. And we've seen him lay the boom on some guys. And I've never seen Sauce Gardner lay anyone out. I don't even know if I've seen Sauce Gardner make a tackle besides where he holds onto their jersey and brings them down from behind. That's it.
I get it, but he hasn't been asked to do that, and maybe he's not physically built the same way as McDuffie, where he's lined up with the line of scrimmage. He's had more quarterback pressures, I want to say, than any corner in recent years.
Dude, sacks, forced fumbles, you name
exactly.
it, like big plays, splash plays.
He plays like a safety in a corner body. Like he's the best cover safety there is, or he's the best blitzing corner there is. Like whatever you want to call him, the dude's outstanding. And I hated the trade. If I would have loved the Niners to make that trade, but they couldn't afford to sign him to that at the time. So it was more, like you said, big money. The trade compensation, the Rams got over on them. Then they paid a lot, but there's no way they're not in the playoffs at this point. I just don't see it.
OJ, we're going to get to worst teams after we get to our best teams. So give us a second there. This is a good question from OJ, though. Will famous Jameis Winston start this year for somebody? No, the spot would have been the Jets, right? Because they brought in Geno, and essentially they're the same player, except for I think Jameis Winston has a higher upside. He's definitely younger. Why didn't the Jets just try to trade for Jameis Winston? Because also Jameis Winston brings – it's exciting. Like Jameis Winston games, not just for fantasy. We all know for fantasy, it's an extravaganza with Jameis Winston, pick sixes and long touchdown passes. But what are they doing with Geno? That's the ultimate bridge quarterback when you don't have a young guy, and maybe they draft Ty Simpson. But at least Geno, maybe Winston resurrects his career. I'm saying if Geno could resurrect his career, I promise you, Winston could do it. They're like the same player. It's just that Winston had more success as a young player.
Yeah, and outside of injury, I don't see where Winston gets the opportunity to do it yet, unfortunately. And I think maturity is part of it. And I think with Aaron Glenn bringing in these veterans on that defense, part of that logic is let's stay competitive. Let's stay in games. Let's have a quarterback that's not going to cost us the game or turn the ball over. And hopefully he thinks Geno's just going to manage it enough. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like their plan. I don't think it's going to work. I don't know. I don't think they're more than 5 wins this year, but it's one of those to where you got to have somebody that doesn't cost you the game. And that's hopefully what Geno is for them, where Winston is too big of a risk taker, especially if you're just trying to build a solid defense, run the ball, play defense. I think that's what Aaron Glenn's trying to do.
Yeah, he's trying to save his job is what he's trying to do. But like, unfortunately, winning 6 games is not going to save your job when you're passing out at the combine. And then with the performance we saw last year, I mean, 0 interceptions as a defense when you're a defensive coordinator that's like coming into a team and being like a quarterback whisperer like Kevin O'Connell and having your quarterback have like a 12 touchdown, 22 interception ratio. And it's actually not that bad of a quarterback. Like that's the equivalent. And it just doesn't work. All right. My second winner is the Steelers, man. This is all kind of dependent on Aaron Rodgers coming back, but I like they didn't lose much. Rico Dowdle versus Kenneth Gainwell, I feel like is a lateral move, maybe a plus move because Jalen Warren. I like Jalen Warren in the pass catching role more than I do in the bruiser role because last year he was asked to be the Najee Harris role, which is hilarious. Jalen Waddle is not Najee Harris, and Rico Dowdle can play that role. So I like that. And then Michael Pittman, they got him for nothing. Yes, they had to pay him, but essentially they gave up a 6th round pick for Michael Pittman. Like
I love
Michael
that
Pittman
trade.
can play, dude. He can play.
I was super jealous of that trade.
It's such a nice pairing with Aaron Rodgers, right? Like if he does come back, like DK doesn't necessarily work with Aaron Rodgers at this stage of his career because Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to get hit, so he doesn't hold on to the ball. Therefore, DK Metcalf's best routes are downfield, right? Big in breakers,
somebody
9
opposite
routes.
of DK too. You were last year, they didn't have that. They had tight ends opposite of DK, and that was it.
And everyone's huge too. Like Pittman 6'5", DK 6'4", Darnell Washington, Freiermuth 6'5". Like that's their jumbo package in terms of also blocking, right? Like the receivers can block, Pittman can block, DK can block, Darnell Washington and Freiermuth on the field at the same time. Like good fucking luck. And you could easily audible out. Aaron Rodgers is the master of on the line, audibles, hot routes, changing things. And like this is money there.
So I got a
Jamel
question.
Dean.
I got a question for you. How many wins do you think Pittsburgh gets with Aaron Rodgers? Like, where would you be comfortable taking the over?
The same as every other year, 9 or 10.
And then
Same every year.
What if Rodgers doesn't come back and they draft Ty Simpson?
Oh, that's going to be a tough decision on who's starting there. 7 or 8.
Okay.
But I actually like that more because they're not winning the Super Bowl this year as much as I like what they did in free agency. Like, they're just not with Aaron Rodgers.
But
their defense is
that
good.
They've built more than it speaks to the quarterback that they're going to potentially bring in. That's what I was trying to gauge was your confidence in that team and in those weapons around the quarterback. So if they're only 2 wins less from Rodgers to a rookie, that's a solid team, man. You got a lot of faith in that squad.
And that defense was very disappointing last year, considering it was the highest paid defense in the NFL. And part of that was TJ Watt played bad last year. He was nicked up. It was not TJ Watt of old. Now, whether he can get back to that is another thing. But their secondary, Jamel Dean, they re-signed Asante Samuel to a 1-year, $5 million contract. They have Jalen Ramsey and Joey Porter Jr. Like those 4, that's a legit secondary. And I trust the scheme. I trust their defensive line. Hayward is still there. Like TJ Watt will have a bounce back year. I promise you. He's not going to be elite, but he'll still be a top 10 edge rusher, playmaker at that position. So I love their defense. They got Brisker on a really cheap deal from the Bears. Like, I like their defense and
wanted him back for that price.
And just Michael Pittman, like, look at who they're running out there last year. They were running a lot of 13 personnel, and it was Jonnu Smith who was just never going to work there. And because of that, Freiermuth saw the field less, and Freiermuth's better than Jonnu Smith at this stage of their careers. It was Calvin Austin. It was Roman Wilson. It was just a cast of bums, and it also just killed DK Metcalf because DK Metcalf, as much as I love him personally, I think he's an elite athlete. I think he's still a solid receiver. He's not savvy enough to beat a double team. He just can't. And unless he's beating them with athleticism, which wasn't able to happen because Aaron Rodgers refused to take a hit, he was just getting taken out of these games. It was like, hey, Calvin Austin, go win a one-on-one, which he can't do. Now you have Michael Pittman, who's going to just patrol that middle of the field, and it's going to open things up for DK. And now their offense is going to be able to fucking function like a real NFL offense. A couple of those games on the stretch, in particular, that game against the Browns, week 17, that even made that Ravens game matter at all. They lost to the Browns with Shedeur Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had they had 4 chances. It was 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. They couldn't punch it in. Like that was just a microcosm of what was wrong with this team. And Aaron Rodgers is old. I get it. He is a little bit decrepit, but he's still Aaron Rodgers. And you put the pieces around him, like he's not Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins has no arm. Aaron Rodgers has a fucking great arm still and has the mind. So I'm about the Steelers. I think it's gonna be the same story, but like the fact they keep on winning 10 games says it all. Like that's impressive, dude. It's hard to do.
And going from Tomlin to McCarthy is the exact same thing. You saw McCarthy be above 500, be on the brink of playoffs every year, and then not do shit else. And I think that's exactly what ownership settled for in Pittsburgh when they signed McCarthy again. Bring Rodgers back, obviously has a relationship with McCarthy, but you're a game or two above 500 and you're a wild card team, and I don't expect much. That's where I think they're at.
All right, who's your third winner from free agency and the offseason?
Oh, man, spoiler alert. I love to talk about the 49ers. So
you didn't have the Titans on there?
I had the Titans as an honorable mention. I like the Titans a lot.
Okay, we'll talk about that after this. So you have your Homer Niners. So give me the take. Why are they one of the winners?
Well, we talked a little bit about Mike Evans at the start of the pod here, and that's a huge weapon for Purdy. It's a wide receiver one, a true X that you haven't seen the Niners have in a minute. Debo did his thing, but isn't the best pure receiver. Ayuk had a year, got paid, and then you saw him like Dodo Bird off a cliff. So he's been done. It's been a lot of leaning on Kittle. Pearsall can't stay on the field. Evans, I understand they're not getting younger and faster with Evans, but I still think they're getting better. We talked about the vertical threat that he is just because of the contested balls that he can win. Super excited about that. The other side of the ball is Odigizua from Dallas. I feel like he's probably worth a second, in my opinion, to get him for a third. I'm ecstatic. He brings more pressure from the interior of the defensive line than almost any D tackle in the league. He's top 5 at bringing pressure from the inside. I think he's like 2 at beating double teams. You don't see the sack numbers from him. If you want to look at the box score, you're going to be like, oh, I don't know, whatever. But if you actually watch film and you watch the pressures and you see the difference that he makes on the field, it's huge. He had 50, going off the top of my brain here, 52-ish pressures last year, and every single defensive tackle combined for the Niners had like half that. I mean, it was just terrible. Niners couldn't get pressure, couldn't get sacks, historically low. And everybody knows, dude, you got to rattle the quarterback if you want to win a football game and have your defense get after it. And to put him in the middle in front of a healthy Warner, got Bosa coming back on the edge. There's rumors of Nick pairing up with Joey too, which I think is exciting. I think Joey Bosa is at least a Huff replacement. You know, he's a little bit older, but there's something to be said about going out and playing with your brother to motivate you a little bit, even if it is 20 snaps a game is all you're putting him in on at pass rushing. That's what I expected out of Bryce Huff too. The rookies, you saw 3 defensive linemen last year get drafted by the Niners. They're all, I think, going to take a step forward. Michael Williams set the tone in the run game, man. Dude was able to set the edges to run fantastically. He's just got to develop as a pass rusher. So all those guys getting healthy, all those guys coming back, adding the elite D tackle and a true wide receiver one. I think the Niners are making the right moves to make a push. It's just going to be incredibly hard with the defending Super Bowl champs and what I think are the Super Bowl favorites in the Rams and the Seahawks. So that division's bitch, dude.
Rip to the Cardinals. That's all I got to say.
Dude, they're so
if you're worried about the Niners with the coaching staff they have and the talent they have and the infrastructure they have every year, the Cardinals have none of that. They have none of that. And they're rolling with Jacoby Brissett, who, you know what? I think a lot of these people talking about Jacoby Brissett are blinded by the fantasy points he scored. And, you know, that was on the back of throwing 56 passes a game. And he broke their completion record because he threw 60 passes. Like, dude, you can't win in the NFL by just chucking the ball a million times, especially when you have no offensive line. And, like, the playmakers are good. Trey McBride's good. And Marvin Harrison, like, but they're not elite. They're not elite. So, like, I love Jacoby Brissett. It's a great story. I love him in the commercials too. I love the backup quarterback commercials. I'm happy for him. But like that team, we're talking about the Jets. I'm actually more worried about the Cardinals just based on that division. Like they are 100% going 0-6 in that division. They're starting off the season 0-6 is what they're doing.
So I got a question for you. I was listening to a pod the other day, and it was like a Niner specific pod, and they were arguing if you were to take the skill position players. So we're talking Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, Trey McBride, and whatever they're rolling out at running back, some combination of Connor and who's the other one they signed?
Algier and
Yes.
Trey Benson.
Yes, Connor and Algier, Benson, whatever. But you're talking them. Would you rather have those players on the Niners or the players that they currently have right now with Evans, Pearsall, Kittle, and McCaffrey?
I want your players because McCaffrey.
And that was part of my thought. And then these guys are like, no, dude, Michael Wilson's stepping up. He's younger. He's legit. You see Harrison do this. McBride's a better tight end. They were making the argument to where Arizona might be sneaky good because of their skill position players. And I don't see it. And for me, it starts in the trenches. And that's where I think they're
trenches, defense, coaching, like all those things. I know that's not in the spirit of what they're saying, but like the defense still matters and the offensive line's bad. I love Algier. I'm just saying, like Christian McCaffrey, although he's not a great runner of the football anymore, he's closer to league average, honestly, if you look at the numbers and eye test as well. He's such a Swiss Army knife that no one else has. And Kyle Shanahan is the coach to bring out, make that Swiss Army knife be deadly, right? Where like if you put him on the Cardinals, it's like a dull blade. It barely even cuts the skin because you can't utilize him properly. But with the Niners, it's like he knows exactly how to make these route combinations work, and the security blanket that CMC is unmatched. And like he's almost like a quarterback at this point, where it's like you've heard Tom Brady say this, like what you lose athletically, you gain mentally. And Christian McCaffrey was always an extremely smart player from his rookie year on, right? Even back in Stanford, like very, very smart player. But like he has evolved to this probably the smartest running back I've seen ever, but like he's only getting smarter. And like it's just dangerous. You mix that with one of the smartest head coaches, offensive coordinators in Kyle Shanahan. Like, good luck, man. Good luck. Like it's just he'll be able to play at 70%. And last year, I want to say he was 80% of what he used to be. And I feel that's a pretty fair number. But like he could even lose 10% and still be the fantasy guru that we know that just dominates, and also a real life top 5 running back. I mean, and he's just not good in the trenches. He's not efficient. He's not breaking any long runs anymore, which is fine because the Niners are a team that just beats you. They beat you by efficiency. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not really getting a lot of explosives, but they get a lot of 15 to 25 yard gains. They're not getting those 60-yard over the top home runs, but that's fine because if you saw the Bears game, the Bears Niners game last year was a perfect example. It was like, it was 16 yards of play. Like, I'm exaggerating. It was probably more like 8 yards of play, but it seemed like 16. And they scored like 42 points. And I don't think they had a single deep like touchdown or like 40 plus yard play.
No,
it was
a lot of third and shorts.
It was a first down. It was a first down every play,
short.
I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Kyle Shanahan does. And also like he gets the defense. The defense is just so, they're just on their heels. Like he's pushing the right buttons, right? Like when you think it's pass, it's run. When you think it's run, it's pass. When you think it's they're going to hit a home run shot, they're just going to hit a little check down for 12 yards. Like it's just perfect. It's poetry in motion. And
I was joking the other day how exciting or how difficult it would be to defend the Niners if they were able to get Kamara. You imagine putting CMC and Kamara in the backfield? You have no idea what's going to happen. It could be 5 wide receiver routes ran, or it could be 2 receivers blocking for 1 running back,
They should do it. They should do it. All right, I have my last winner here, and we'll get to our honorable mentions after this. Mine's the Panthers, just based on how bad their defense was. Now, Jalen Phillips, I am not a fan of. And I don't like the contract. I'll say this. I don't think he's that great of a player. But they had the money, similar to the Raiders situation. They had the money. Why not do it? If he stays healthy, I think he can be a difference maker. I much prefer the Bradley Chubb signing from the Bills. I think that's a really underrated signing because he got, 40% of the money that Phillips got. And they're essentially the same player. Chubb has actually had more success in the NFL. Both injury-prone players, but Devin Lloyd for me is the difference. And this is why I really wanted to have, and I think I may have the Jags. I got to go back. I got to look and flip the page. The Jags giving away Devin Lloyd for 3 years, $45 million. I know the position's not valued in the NFL, off-ball linebacker, but
yeah,
Devin Lloyd. You saw the games he missed last year with the Jaguars. That was not the same team.
Would you
And
rather have
this
had
dude's
Lloyd
a
for that
monster.
contract or Devin Bush for the contract the Bears signed? Like, if you could have either one.
Lloyd. I would rather have paid 3 years, $60 million for Lloyd than the Devin Bush contract. I'm just telling you, I know what Devin Lloyd is. Devin Bush is very inconsistent, and he makes a lot of splash plays. Devin Lloyd makes the same amount of splash plays, but isn't always in the right spot. He's a way better quarterback of the defense, and I feel like he still has a level up he can go to where Devin Bush is what he is. So I just love that signing. And the Panthers, I got them written down here, were 31st in PFF pass rush grade last year. 31st.
You had to
almost dead last.
Opposite of Brian Burns, right? And that's exactly what they did. And they're taking a risk with Jalen there, but I liked it. I don't love the contract, but he had to do something. And sometimes you got to overpay for what you want. It's like in a draft when you're at the turn, right? Sometimes you just got to take your guy a little early. You got to overpay a little bit and make sure you get him. So if that's the guy their D coordinator identifies, like, good for them. Hope it works. I like it. I like what Carolina's done. You know, you saw them as a playoff team last year, and edge rusher is a biggest need. So gives them more flexibility in the draft too.
All right, let's get to our honorable mentions. Mine's the Cowboys, and it's just because how bad that defense was last year. I like the Gary trade. I like some of the pieces they're bringing in there, as well as, you know, retaining George Pickens. Now this is this is why it's an honorable mention, because we don't know how that's going to shake down. Like, George Pickens could just go total diva mode, and even if he does sign and come in, you know, 3 weeks or 2 weeks before the season, like, get injured, because we've seen this. You know this, Nico, especially as an Niners fan. Like, these guys, and then Terry McLaurin last year, like, this happens all the time. But the fact that all these receivers made all this money, Wan'Dale Robinson in particular, at least I could kind of defend the Alec Pierce signing. I can't really defend the Wan'Dale Robinson signing.
I can't defend the Pierce signing either, dude. Like,
I can't either. But like Wan'Dale, I feel like there's another level to Alec Pierce's game, and we saw Alec Pierce level up last year, and not just running those sacrificial X receiver routes. Like, he actually was running the full route tree. And I know that guy's athleticism, his size, he could become a number one. Wan'Dale Robinson will never be a one. And I know 70 million to 100. I know it's a little different, but dude, $70 million is a lot of money for Wan'Dale Robinson.
It was, especially with his size and his ability. You're not going to line him up at any point on the field. He's limited in that route. He's got a decent route tree. He's quick twitch. He's fast. But Dable sees something in him the rest of the league doesn't. And tip of the cap, dude. If you can pull off that contract and make it worth it, I don't see it. I like the Titans overall, though. I mean, pulling in the coaches that they did, pulling in Dable as a coordinator. I'm a huge Saleh fan. I don't think he got a fair shake in New York. You saw that defense go from bottom of the barrel to practically elite in his first year there, and turned them around. Part of the problem was that offense and you know, not getting the supporting cast around him. But what did Saleh have as an OC? What did Saleh have as ownership and a GM up there? Where bringing in Dable here, you're bringing in a former head coach. You lean on that guy. That's the whole point when you're a defensive-minded head coach. The same thing Shanahan did with bringing in Raheem Morris. You bring in a former head coach to just handle that side of the ball, and you don't worry about it. So if Saleh trusts Dable at this point, like, I guess I'm gonna trust him too, and hope the best for Wan'Dale. I saw Ridley's gonna stay there. I don't like losing the athletic tight end in Okonkwo, but that's something you can replace in the draft. Yeah. I like Io Manor. I liked him coming out of college. He's a guy that I wouldn't have minded the Niners trying to trade a later round pick for, but Tennessee held on to him. I like the D tackle that they're able to pull from Denver. I think that's a big signing. I think when I mentioned the Niners earlier, I forgot to talk about Dre Greenlaw coming back. I think he's a difference maker. He didn't pan out in Denver, but I think part of that was the play calling and health is a risk with him. But I expected him to go to Saleh over in Tennessee as well. So I'm with you, man. Tennessee, honorable mention. I'm big on them this year.
And before I get to Mal's super chat, by the way, Mal South, Downtown Sports, I'll get to that in 1 second. The George Pickens thing is the motivation with these guys signing this giant contract. Like, if he can ball out and have 90 catches and have even 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns, replicate last year, which he very well could with that offense, with Dak Prescott, with a better defense. He's going to get paid like 38, maybe 40 million. He might be the highest paid receiver in the league. Now, I'm not saying it's justified, but like, he has the motivation, whether he's willing to commit and bet on himself, which he should. Now that's why they're the winners for me, because they retained him. They're going to have a top 3, top 5 offense for sure. Top 8 is their floor. Would you say top 8 for the Cowboys is their floor? If everyone stays healthy?
For the offense, yes. And your spoiler alert, man, they're on the other side of my list, and I'll make my arguments against yours when we're ready to go to the losers. But they were definitely not an honorable mention for me, and it was a few other reasons. But the Pickens thing,
I wanted more on the defensive side of the ball, but I know they addressed it at least, and they addressed it. It's also going into last year. They addressed it with Quinnen Williams. And I just think that if they can just be 16th in defense, middle of the pack, this is a playoff team. And I also see Commanders not doing much. And I see the Eagles really, we're going to talk about them in a little bit. The Eagles really fucking dropping the ball here when there's still some more stuff to fall for them based on AJ Brown and Dallas Goedert. Mouth South, if y'all don't sign up for the Patreon, send super chats and acknowledge the greatness you are listening to and the insight you're getting. What are you doing? All in caps. By the way, Dallas hasn't retained him yet. 2 firsts. Isn't protected. Mount South, we love him. We love downtown sports around here, and check them out. Link in the description. 23 platforms. They have Iron Eagle on their motherfucking show. So downtown sports, where sports come home. Every Tuesday night, guys, just 1 night a week. Not as much of a commitment as this show, which is 5 nights a week. And what a good point. Mouth is essentially a co-host on the show. Partner program based on his podcast. Motherfucker is in the Patreon. He is sending super chats. Everyone in here could take a little tip from Mouth. You gotta support it. This is the little engine that could. That's what this show is. And for me to continue doing this show, I'm bought in for the near future. There's a point where like I can't pay my bills with. I make a third of what my bills are a month. I can kind of hemorrhage money here and there, but in a couple years, my wife will divorce me and I'll be homeless. I'll be like Brandon Ayuk. Me and Brandon Ayuk currently are in the same career arc, right? I might be pointing up more than Brandon Ayuk, but you get my point.
You'll be streaming with the ice cream cone melting for 9 minutes, not saying anything.
Yeah. I'm doing like a puppet show, and I have someone film it, and it's just because they don't have internet, so I have someone film it on their smartphone, and I just have a puppet show like on a fucking like alleyway. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So hey, guess what? It'll be good.
Can I jump into my my counterpoint to your Cowboys take, man? As long as
not yet. We're not on losers yet, motherfucker.
All right.
You can start with it in a second. Again, I just want to shout out Mouth again, and we appreciate you, Mouth. I'm gonna hit the intro up here. I gotta do the intro. Then we're gonna get to. I have a whole thing here, Storey, Nico, same thing. You're the same. You guys are both elite. By the way, Nico is probably the best in the business,
brother. You can't blame me. Every time I see your face, I get excited.
Nico, you are really elite, and you make me seem really bad at my job. But you know what I can do when you're on the show, when Storey's on the show? It's awesome. I can just host the show. You know I know ball. You articulate ball better than me. I'm going to give you that. You're a better talker.
That's a big statement. Appreciate you, brother.
It's a true statement. It's fine. It's true. All right, I'm going to hit you guys with the intro, and then I'll be back with the losers and all your questions after this. All right, hold on. Sorry, I'm pouring this beer right now. There we go. Beer is poured. I owe a chug for Mouth. Every $20 super chat is a chug on this program. Let me fix my mic a little bit. That's a chug. So I'll be doing that. And before I get to anything else, I want to shout out to the Patreon bros. That includes you, Dakota. We love you, Dakota. Even though you hate all my takes. Shout out to the Patreon bros. You guys are awesome. Can't wait to do the Dynasty draft here in a month or two in May. It's going to be awesome. And then besides just supporting your boys here, you got a lot of good perks there. Access to the Discord, which is the place to be. Community fantasy leagues. Guys, we have like 7 or 8, possibly 7 or 8 redraft leagues we're doing. At least 5 or 6, depending on how many people get in. By that time, I hope more, and we'll do more leagues. Get in at least 2 or 3. If you're a fanatic, you get as many as you want. Guest appearances on the show. Come talk ball with me and Nico and Storey and Ray and Mouth, and you know the crew. Free merchandise giveaways and access to my plays, guys. Here's the records from every year. Last year we dominated. I put every single bet when I place it in the Discord with the ticket. You can place it, get the same odds that I get, and you'd be making thousands of dollars if you bet enough. And I'm saying just like betting $50 a bet would make you probably $2,000 from those bets. So why the hell not? What are you waiting for? So you support me, and then in turn, you actually make fucking money. So I am running a promotion for some of you newcomers that have not been, around since the beginning. And here it is. $2 a month gets you in the Discord. $5 a month gets you access to my plays as well as the Discord. And then there's the other tiers, just browsing over them. You get a lot of stuff. I give you a lot of stuff for supporting me. And, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you, Nico?
Hit one bet and you're ahead on the year, right? And not to mention all the other bets that you're going to hit, as well as the advice that you get from this pod and the recommendations and the answers to your questions specific to your leagues and your needs. You're going to be more successful and whatever else you're doing away from betting too, just in your home leagues. You're going to be able to talk more shit against your buddies when you're out there beating them. I got the only thing I'm a little bit tiny bit concerned with, when I know somebody as good as we are as a resource, I don't tell my friends in my league, man. I'm gonna keep this shit to myself so I can use it against them. But in this case, message us privately. We'll answer your shit secretly so the rest of your league mates don't know. Tell them all about us, man.
Yeah, that's one of the issues I found, is that a lot of people are not spreading the word, and because it is a small time program, you can get even if people that aren't fucking in the community, I answer all their questions. And I feel like they're just like, why would I even support this guy? Because he's going to answer my question anyway. And not just yes or no. I'm going to give you a 2-minute answer with my guest. You can come out another day and have a different guest opinion. And that's fine. That's also bullshit, but that's fine. I get it. And I'm going to just do what I can to make content. You guys also, I'm saying that the comments do help with the content because you guys are creating the content for us. That's why this show is different. It's we can have our spiels. I can go do lists all day. What I actually like doing is answering questions and having organic football conversations with my guests as well as the chat.
It's very apparent we are in it for the love of the game, man. We're sitting here at almost 11 p.m. on a Saturday night, choosing to chit chat this shit because we're passionate.
In March, mind you,
this
is March.
Enthusiastic about it. Dare I say, degenerates. But it's the love of the game, man. It's the thrill of the hunt. And if you're not in, I don't know. Why play, right? If you ain't in.
Yeah, and win some money. ProfessionalFanatics.com. Link in the description if you don't want to go. Or go to the Patreon and just search the Patreon. Get in the Discord. And besides that, the community is awesome. It's a good group of guys. It's very positive. There's some shit talking, but it's generally very positive. And everything isn't taken too seriously. And if you try to be an asshole in there, I will refund your fucking money and tell you to take a hike because I want like-minded people that are positive. I like positivity. That's the word. Fucking positivity.
I brought a little bottle of spermicidal lube, too.
And one little bottle of spermicidal lube?
Yeah, one little bottle of spermicidal lube.
Evan, that's psycho shit, man.
It's not.
It's like Charles Manson shit. What do you think Becca's gonna be psyched that you brought a bottle of lube? Oh, Evan, thank you for bringing that lube for my pussy. I never would have been able to handle your fucking 4-inch dick inside my pussy without that gigantic bottle of lube.
Have you tried the new McDonald's Archburger?
I thought about it, and I'm a sucker
Same.
for anything new, but I just don't typically eat McDonald's, man. I don't like it very much, and I actually grilled some burgers tonight. I had a busy night, man. I took the kids to see the new Hoppers movie, and had some snacks there, and it was a good movie, man. Kids loved it, and then came home and I smoked some chicken wings. I grilled some burgers. I grilled 3 different kinds of sausages, one of which will end up in some gravy or marinara, depending on how Italian you are, in the crock pot. So got meal prep for the week done tonight, and then did a little research before I jumped on the pod, so I didn't look like an idiot tonight. And been a good time, man. But I took my kid to get French fries from McDonald's. And I was like, ooh, I kind of want to try it because it's new. But then I was
it's
like
$9 though, bro. I actually eat McDonald's a decent amount. Like when I say decent amount, like maybe once a week. But I go there for the value, so me and my wife can eat for $11. I'm not gonna. That's Chili's prices, dude. It's not gonna be that good. I promise you. And yes, I should try it just based on the fact that it's new and it's probably limited time. But you know what? Fuck that. McDonald's, lower your prices. Dakota says so much value in securing a guy. He's talking about Wan'Dale Robinson, who understands your offense and is bought in when you are installing the system. Wan'Dale should thrive if they give him the ball. He'll be fine for fantasy. I'm just saying he doesn't comp as a player that deserves that much money.
He ain't a one.
He's not
man.
a true
He
one.
ain't built like a
That's
one.
exactly it. Yeah. 2 firsts isn't protected, meaning I take the risk, send the offer sheet, and pay 2 firsts for him. DJ Moore literally set the wide receiver market. Yeah, second rounder for DJ Moore. And that includes the contract that Buffalo took on. And that's, I understand it for both sides. I feel like the Bears won that trade more, but the Bills needed somebody. They can't run back another year with Khalil Shakir as their one. He's not a one. Khalil Shakir's a 2 or a 3. A good 2 or a 3. A good
Bears fleeced the Bills on that, man. I love that for the Bears.
All right. Mouse saying I have to raise my prices. You know what it is? I sold weed for a long time. Maybe I'm selling myself out here. It's legal now. But there's a point where you want to get people in, because if you believe your product, right? Like, which I do believe in this product. I feel like, and you can see this in the chat with the community, people that are in. They watch a lot of the shows, like 3 hours of the shows every single night. Like, that says something to me, because that's a lot of content to consume. And especially in like March, we're talking about. And I just want to get people in, and then they'll stay in. That's the key. I want lifers. I don't want people just to come in for a month or two and then cancel. That's bullshit. I don't want your short-term. I don't want the short-term money. I want the long-term money, and I want this show to last forever. I want to do this forever with my boys, with Nick O. I can see you. I see you right here. Next to me. I feel like you're next to me.
Maybe you could get pardoned like Jelly Roll did. Remember? You get famous enough, man. They just write off all your previous crimes.
Well, I don't have a crime. It's not really a crime. I mean, yes, I guess I did say I committed a crime.
At the time, it was a crime.
Yeah.
And who knows what else you've done? I mean, I'm just saying.
I hung out with a hooker in Vegas for 5 hours.
No, Illinois
last
crimes.
night.
Those are the only ones we care about, are Illinois crimes.
Yeah, they don't want to cross state lines. All right, let's get to our losers story. So you want to talk about the Cowboys, huh?
So before we get to the losers, I got one other little tidbit here. And last year there were 4 teams that spent over $200 million in the offseason.
It's a lot of money. And we have 2 this year. We're going to have 2 maybe by the end of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't looked at those numbers yet. I'm basically saying because you went and spend it doesn't mean you're going to win, but does it? Like, that's the discussion I want to have. So 4 teams last year spent over $200 million in free agency to try and get better. And we're looking at some big spenders this year in Tennessee, in Vegas, and you're looking at some teams that played the conservative route. So we'll see. But do you want to guess any of those 4? Do you remember who spent big last year?
Yeah. Hold on.
You're really good at this shit, and I'm not.
Let me just dedicate this to Mouth before I'm going to chug this just for Mouth for his $20 super. What 4 teams spent over $200 million last year in free agency?
I'll give you a hint. You ready? Here's the hint. 2 didn't make the playoffs. 2 were in the Super Bowl.
Oh, thanks. So I'm going to say Seattle. I'm going to say the Patriots. And then I'm going to say, I wanted to say the Jaguars. They made the playoffs. So teams that did not make the playoffs. Fuck, this is a tough question, man.
It is. I'd have never known.
Tell me.
Your recall for statistics is like Rain Man, bro. You will smoke me in that category every day. I don't remember shit.
Apparently not. They didn't have any of them. So
I see what it is going forward. What had happened, like, I'm out, dude. That's I need that space. So Patriots were the number 1 spenders last year. Seahawks were the number 4 spenders last year. Vikings were 2 and Giants were 3.
Wow. The Vikings with the spending, and then just, I know they had a decent end of the season, but they could have gone. They could have won 6 games, like with where it was going.
Yeah,
that just shows how bad JJ McCarthy was. Holy fuck, man!
You got there's rookies, starting there. You got Dart, you got McCarthy, you got Scadaboo over there. Like, it's crazy. And the Vikings spent a lot of that on defense, which I know they let some of it walk this year. But you could be anything when you spend that kind of money. There's no guarantee because you spent big, you're gonna be good. And I think our list has shown that so far, right? Like, we're looking at teams like the Raiders who are throwing around tall money. You're looking at teams like the Rams who granted, very expensive 2 corners, but only 2 corners. Otherwise, they've spent basically nothing. And then on the losers list, my number 1 loser is the Dallas Cowboys, and those guys are not spending. And my concern with them is they've added no significant edge rusher. They went and got Rashawn Gary for a 4th rounder who, when it happened, I was excited. But after going back and doing a little more looking at it and film and research, Gary is chasing his best year, man. 21 is the last time that he's really been an outstanding player. And maybe a change of scenery, maybe a different defensive scheme. I'm not writing him off. I liked it for a 4th rounder at first. So I don't hate it, but I don't think you've done anything to replace Micah. I think a Crosby or a Hendrickson or some bigger splash and some bigger money, it may or may not have gotten you further than what Gary's going to. He's about the same age as Crosby, I believe, a little younger than Hendrickson. But I didn't love it. I don't feel like they've done enough. I think Pickens, you could see a holdout is my concern there. If you don't get him signed, is he going to be back? Is he going to wait? Is he going to get hurt? There's some big questions around him. And then losing Osa to the 49ers. You kept a 30-year-old Kenny Clark instead of what I think is one of the better defensive tackles at bringing pressure in the entire league.
You know why they kept Kenny Clark, and this is my theory for the Cowboys, is they know they're not going to be a complete defense, right? But they don't need to be a complete defense because that offense is elite. And let's take away the Pickens side of it, and let's just assume he signs or he shows up. They're going to be good against the run. They were good against the run after the Quinton Williams trade. Gary solidifies that, right? He really does. And Kenny Clark is very good against the run. So I think what they're doing here is they're making teams one-dimensional. And if a team is one-dimensional, their pass D is not going to be great, but when it's predictable, it can be great, and they can get back to a form of, if they can just be acceptable at pass D when they're going to be elite at run D, all you need is 16 or 15. Be the 15th ranked defense in terms of yards and points, and that is a possible Super Bowl team. At least it's a playoff.
I don't think they've done enough to address the defensive backfield or the edge rusher position on that defense.
They have the draft, though. They're going to draft
all defense. We're not grading them. We're not grading them on what could happen.
I know.
We're grading them on the
I'm
offseason.
kind of projecting what I expect to happen. Mouse says Mooney to the Giants to play X. Mooney 1 year, $10 million deal. Kind of weird because his skill set overlaps with Darius Slayton's quite a bit. Even though Mooney is a smaller bodied receiver, he is an X receiver, and he was used that way in Atlanta and Chicago. So Mooney, and they brought in Calvin Austin. So I guess Isaiah Likely is the big pickup there, though. That's the guy that's going to make a difference passing game. But it's Mooney, it's Calvin Austin, it's not Wandell, it's Slayton and Theo and Isaiah Likely as well as Neighbors. Is that enough to get it done for the Giants?
Theo
Johnson.
Oh, okay. I was having a brain fart there. Sorry. You got Neighbors. That's all you need, dude. You'll be fine.
You think so?
Yeah, anything after that, you'll be all right, dude. I think
okay. So we don't mind Neighbors, it. They're not going to draft Carnell Tate though, right? At 5, they're not going to draft a receiver.
I don't think so. I think Neighbors and Likely and Scadaboo, and I'm see me slipping out of my seat here. I'm trying to make my way over to go get my Jägermeister because I owe them out of the South one too, man. This isn't a one-man show. So
all right, that was your one. So go ahead. I will get my number 1. My number 1 loser is the Eagles, man, and it's also because of what's going on with A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert, the money they don't have, they can't pay them both. They're struggling to pay either of them. Losing to Kobe Dean, losing Reed Blankenship, that's 2 awesome players. Losing Phillips. Now, Phillips isn't really a loss because they traded for him midseason last year from the Dolphins. And then, Jahan Dotson, I know it doesn't seem like a big loss based on the numbers, but Jahan Dotson was a very, very, very good sacrificial player for them that really spread the field around, like when he was on the field. So the Eagles, I don't know what they're doing. And the point is, I know Jalen Hurts is not good enough to win it on his own. So that's my concern with the Eagles. I think that they're a big loser. A.J. Brown, if he stays there, he's going to be a headache. Dallas Goedert's 32. If they send him, they're going to have to pay for him. Like, they have to choose one or the other. Neither are a good option. I would prefer A.J. Brown if I was them because at least he gives Jalen Hurts a chance. But they're a big loser for me, and there's a chance that Jalen Hurts is going to have a lot on his plate next year. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he can transform into this quarterback that can be a difference maker. Even in the Super Bowl years, he has not been a difference maker. He has had the best situation. Their offensive line is worse than it has been. They didn't make any moves really. I guess Reek Woolen is nice. I do like the Reek Woolen signing, but does that make up for Nakobe Dean and Reed Blankenship? No, that's not a win there. So
No,
the defense will be
do,
worse, and it's rough.
I do like the Reek Woolen signing too. That was a guy that I wanted the Niners to target. That's a guy I wouldn't have hated to see Dallas go after as well. But they didn't make my list. Eagles are an honorable mention, so I'm glad you brought them up. I'd like to give the fans a little variety here, right? We don't want to overlap too much. But Hurts as a passer just has never been that guy, man. And now you're hearing rumors about AJ getting traded to the Rams or the Patriots. I don't know if you brought that up, but fuck, I don't want him to go to the Rams, bro. That would be terrifying.
There's
you
no
imagine
way.
Adams and Puka and Brown?
There's no way. I mean, I guess there is a way financially, but I made the point last night on last night's show, like the Eagles are still in Super Bowl contention, and the last thing you want to do is you're essentially giving the NFC to the Rams then. And it'd be one thing to give it to Lamar Jackson or give him to the Bills and give it to, Josh Allen. But they have to get through the AFC first, and then you meet them in the Super Bowl. Like, you're going to have to play the Rams in the playoffs to even get to the Super Bowl. You can't do that if you're the Eagles. No way. The fan base would literally set the fucking stadium on fire, bro. Like, they would.
Yeah, the fact the Patriots don't have a receiver 1 or even a receiver 2, in my opinion, you're starting to waste Drake May. You let Diggs go, right? AJ makes a ton of sense over there. So I'd much rather he leave the conference.
All right, who's your number 2 loser?
Bengals. Cincinnati, they were a little bit handcuffed, and so I'm not going to hold it completely against them for decision-making or what they have or haven't done, because previous years have set them up to where they just don't have the money to be able to do everything, but they've done nothing. They've literally done nothing in free agency other than let their arguably best pass rusher go. But at his age and coming off an injury, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it was perfectly fine that the Bengals let Hendrickson go. It would have been cooler last year to trade him and to get some draft capital, to free up some money to maybe do something else this year or to move around in the draft a little bit. So I think it was dumb to hold on to him last year, where they were real stubborn about it. They refused to add to the defensive side of the ball in free agency. And it's just not going to be enough, man. Burrow in that offense, it's almost like Dallas last year, right? A historically bad defense with a fantastic offense, and it's not enough. You have to be a complete team to compete in the NFL nowadays, and the Bengals aren't going to do shit in that division because of it.
What do they bring in? Cook from the Chiefs? Like, that's it? Like, really? A safety?
Dude, nothing of
they
note.
lost Hendrickson, right? Like,
yeah,
they're such a fucked franchise.
If you're not moving forward, you're losing ground. Like, that's the world. That's the NFL that we live in, man. You have to stay competitive. You have to continue to get better. And when you don't do anything, you're moving backwards.
You know what killed them is last year, like week 9 on, their defense actually played pretty good ball. And I think that might have been a lot about the competition they were playing, but I feel like in their minds, they're like, well, our defense was pretty average. And like, for them, average defense is good enough. Same thing with the Cowboys, right? With Joe Burrow and the receivers. An average defense is all they need, but like we all know that's not an average defense. That's a below average defense. So.
I still don't know how Zach Taylor kept his job, dude. That's the first quarterback that should have been fired out of that division, and he's the only one left standing in the AFC North. That's disgusting.
All right, my number 3 loser is the Seahawks, man. Kenneth Walker. Now, it's not just about the Kenneth Walker thing. It's about the fact they replaced him with Emmanuel Wilson, who I do like Emmanuel Wilson, but he's not Kenneth Walker. Maybe they love George Helane and they see something that we don't know. And I do like George Helane a lot, but like,
is Wilson not closer to Charbonnet than he is to Walker?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a big body dude. So like, they didn't replace what Kenneth Walker brought to that team. Reek Woolen, major loss. Mafe, Kobe Bryant, like they lost some players and they have not really brought enough players. Now they do have still some money to spend. There's some guys that can bring in Juwan Jennings, like. They re-signed Shaheed, who they already had, for decent money, 3 years, $51 million. Like, good. I think they paid for the special teams savant that he is. I think that's part of the Shaheed thing.
Yeah, and okay, so bringing up special teams, the Seattle Seahawks had the highest paid punter kicker combo in the NFL, I believe, right? Maybe through the center and two, I forget. But you saw them win in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl with field goals, dude. You saw them flipping the field, pinning dudes deep, hitting field goals. So special teams is a third of your team, whether you like to admit it or not. They're super important, and it's worth spending the money on. I'm excited the Niners paid Pinheiro and, having a good kicker and a good punter. Niners don't have one now, but those are important. So I guess I don't want to sleep on that. And, you saw Shaheed open up the game with a touchdown against the Niners, and that sets the tone. That's a momentum swing, and momentum is huge in the NFL. So I'm not going to knock them if you're paying for that side of it. But as a pure receiver, I just feel like that's an overpay.
All right, who is your last loser of free agency in the offseason so far, Nico?
It's the Ravens.
Oh, even with Hendrickson? I like that.
Nope.
You don't like it?
Ravens, because they're little bitch-ass bitches. Backing out of trades. That's some bullshit. I lost a ton of respect, dude. Like, you knew what Crosby was. You knew he had surgery a month ago. Like, you probably negotiated the deal with Hendrickson before you even cut.
Definitely
cut the
definitely
ties.
did that, man.
Fuck. Go buy some sandals. Hey, go buy some sandals. You want to fight? I'll fucking fight. I haven't fought in 10 years. I'm fighting you. What you got? Let's see. Throw down, bitch. Throw down, bitch.
It's just some shady shit, dude, and I don't like it. And so you're a loser in my book. That was it. Like, it wasn't all of the other stuff. This is not good analyzing football as a professional fanatic. This is me rating a loser based on emotion. And I don't like it. I don't like losing Harbaugh. I don't like backing out of that trade. I don't like Hendrickson for $28 million a year coming off injury, a 31-year-old edge rusher, dude. I don't think it's enough.
I like it for the way the current team's constructed, because it's a 2-year deal, right? And like, I like it for that situation. And to your point about them backing out, this is not the first time the Ravens have pulled this shit. This is the first time it's blown up, right? Where it's like been a news, because some of it was in the past. But the Ravens have done this multiple times, and like it was not justified. Although the letter of the law is a trade, you have a right to do a physical. The point is that the guy's coming off surgery. He could always, like, if you want to fail him, you can always fail him. Like, it's very easy to fail a guy that's not at this moment able to perform. The point is, he is going to be ready for the start of the season, and he should be his own self.
You knew it, dude. And it was such bullshit. And then losing Keaton Mitchell. I'm a huge Keaton Mitchell fan, dude. He's the lightning to Henry's thunder when he can stay healthy. Dude runs so hard, man. I like him a lot. I expect him to be pretty successful for the Chargers, personally.
Nico, I love you, but this is a bad take. Like, you brought up, you're emotionally pissed about what happened, and then you bring up Keaton Mitchell, bro. Like, come on, man. Keaton Mitchell.
Things go well. I love showing her my O face. Oh. You know what I'm talking about. Oh.
You're showing everyone your O face.
Know what I'm talking about.
No, I mean, Keaton Mitchell is a small back that's not good in the pass game. Like, I like Keaton Mitchell's, like, the idea of Keaton Mitchell, an explosive home run hitter, but like, it's never come to fruition. He's had multiple major injuries. Like, if that's your loss, here's how I'll frame it to you. If you were the Ravens, would you rather have Max Crosby and give away just have Max Crosby for essentially $33 million a year? Or would you rather have Trey Hendrickson for $29 million a year and your first this year, which is 14th overall, and your first next year?
I'd rather have my first, but they shouldn't have made that deal in the first place.
Okay, that's all I'm saying is you'd rather have Hendrickson is, what would you give the percentage? What is Hendrickson compared to Max Crosby? 80% of Max Crosby? 70%? 75?
65 or 70 at best, dude.
But they're going to probably draft. I'm going to shout out Mouse South and Downtown Sports, who brought this to my attention. It makes a lot of sense. Because of losing Likely, who they did not anticipate to lose. They lost a lot, too. They didn't just lose Likely. They lost Ricard. They lost Kohler. They lost a lot of guys.
Yeah.
They're going to draft Kenyon Sadiq to be the Isaiah Likely. And he is, Isaiah Likely is a fine player, right? Kenyon Sadiq is Isaiah Likely is a Camry. Sadiq is a motherfucking Corvette. So
you're
like
telling me
they're
I'm not
bringing
gonna
in
get
him.
Sadiq at 27? Is that what you're telling me?
Dude, no. Sadiq's going 14 to the Ravens, bro. And Mouth, I got to shout out Mouth, man. He called it, and it just makes a lot of sense. Now, after he's called it, I've seen a couple mocks where he's going there, and maybe that's because of Likely, Likely being gone.
Dude, mad respect, Mouth makes a ton of sense, but he's going to pick before that.
To who?
Rams.
Who's that?
Rams.
The Rams are just going to go, fuck it, I'm going all in. No, they have tight ends. I know they have like a bunch of guys, but like they like Ferguson there, right?
They brought back.
They re-signed Higbee.
Yeah, they brought back Higbee, but Sadiq's a weapon, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess they've kind of answered their defensive questions. I can see them going edge rusher or and trying to really they already have two edge rushers, so maybe outside linebacker, edge rusher, something like that. Offensive line.
I think it's Sadiq. I think it's a weapon.
Damn, that would be sick. That would be sick. That's your we've got through all of our losers, right? Is that all of them?
Mm-hmm.
What else do you have to say about the Ravens? I know you're really heated about this.
Nah, it's really just when shit like that goes down and you knew what it was and you knew it was coming, like it's a disrespectful play. It fucks up a lot of things for other teams. It's not just you, like it's a big picture thing. And I feel a lot of teams have now lost faith in their ability to negotiate with the Ravens. I think you're gonna see this affect them next year in the offseason. And I told you I had a hard time finding losers. So I went with an emotional one, man.
I want to get your take on Lamar because I put out a bunch of shorts on the channel. I just have from the app I pay for here for the streaming app. I get 6 different shows I can just have them generate AI clips for, and it gives me like 30 clips, right? And shout out to you, Nico, because whenever I do a show with you, they're all perfect, and they're all like a minute and a half, and I don't have to edit anything. They're all fucking perfect because you're the GOAT. Honestly, you and Storey, it's unreal. It's so easy for the AI clips.
I appreciate it.
I had one I put out about Lamar and just about it was after the Max Crosby trade. Me and you did that one, and I was like, they should be in the top 3 for favorites for Super Bowl, right? Just based on the pedigree of that team. I know they lost Harbaugh, but I don't think it's a big loss based on getting Minter in there. And I was just, I'm a big Lamar fan, but I don't think I'm like a Lamar fanboy. I'm pretty realistic about who Lamar is and how his struggles he's had. But he's not like 35 years old, right? He's still a pretty young quarterback. Now, he might not age the best, but he's got a couple years of prime left to win a Super Bowl. And some clown went through like 4 of my videos and just like, oh, fucking bold take, terrible take, like just talking shit. And he was just saying like, dude, he's just like, Lamar sucks. Like, what are you talking about? He sucks. I was like, all right, man. Like, if you don't like Lamar, that's fine. I was like, please name me 5 better quarterbacks you want right now in the league. Like, not even for age. I'm just saying better right now. Name me 5. He didn't obviously respond to me. But, like, can you think of 5? Lamar is top 5, right? He's top 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go through it. Let's go through it right now. Who do we have? So
I don't know if you remember offhand a few years ago when I was a young rookie new to the pod. I was never young on the pod.
You're still old, but yeah.
But when the Ravens went out and got Todd Monken, do you remember what my take was that offseason? All about it, dude. All about it. And when I wasn't wrong, you saw Lamar progress as a pass thrower in that first year with Monken and get better in the second year. And so he's not there now, right? And he's got different coordinators, got different coaches. Harbaugh lost the locker room. I get all that stuff. And that's fine. And I'm not saying that's going to necessarily affect Lamar as a passer, because once you've learned certain things in the NFL. And my example, dude, super homer example, don't care. I'm not always a homer, but when it hits, is Sam Darnold. What did Sam Darnold say in his pressers, dude, around the Super Bowl? Kyle Shanahan taught me how to be a quarterback. Shanahan and Purdy showed me things I never knew before. And he left San Francisco, went and got 13, 14 wins with Minnesota? Went and got the same thing in Seattle, went through the playoffs, won a Super Bowl. Darnold credited a huge part of his success to learning how to play the game, to learning things from Shanahan in San Francisco. So Lamar learned things with Monken. He learned things, how to progress his pass game, how to keep his feet underneath him when he's throwing the ball, right? Rather than running, rather than throwing unbalanced. I don't think any of that goes away, even though you've now changed his coaches and coordinators. And Lamar's still a top 5 quarterback, dude. I can't give you 5 dudes I want over Lamar, even in fantasy.
Well, let's do it right now. Like, because I also added that comment to him. I was like, if you say Jalen Hurts, I'm going to fucking find your address and fucking like puke in your face, or I don't know what I said. I didn't say any of those things, but I was going to do those things. Like, Jalen Hurts has a better resume than Lamar Jackson. I mean,
I'm not taking Hurts over
Lamar. If you're gonna say we're gonna take both these quarterbacks and put them in the Browns, who's gonna be more successful?
It's the Raiders. Remember, you are Robbie.
The Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders is my T-Max. Yeah, good call.
Yep, that's your litmus test, dude.
So there it is. Big Ray in the house. What's going on, man?
So what up, Big Ray? Good to see you, brother. We need 5 quarterbacks that you would rather have on the Raiders, or if you're going to build your own franchise from the ground up, better than Lamar Jackson. Give me one. Give me one
age, money. Like, are just talking just in general, just like straight 5 quarterbacks?
We're talking just for next season. So like Matt Stafford qualifies. We'll take Matt Stafford. We'll put Matt Stafford in there, even though we all want Lamar over him in terms of long term because Matt Stafford's a geezer. But we'll put Matt Stafford in there. And also, I want to say this: Matt Stafford. If you put Matt Stafford at what is Lamar? 29 years old. Take Matt Stafford at 29 through Lamar. Like Lamar's a better quarterback through age 29, more successful, better stats. But like we'll take Matt Stafford.
That's all I gotta say there.
We'll take Patrick Mahomes. Okay, take those 2.
I'm taking.
We'll take Josh Allen.
We'll
take Josh Allen. Those are the 3 I'll give you, and then we gotta find 2 more. So who are the other 2?
I'm taking Brock Purdy.
Of course,
shut the fuck up. You would not take. You would not.
If you want to go down that line, my brother, I'm taking Caleb.
There you go. 5.
No, we're not taking. Okay, I want Caleb long term.
Down that road. No, right. I purposely
for next season on the Raiders. If you had to be at this next season on the Raiders, my team X is the Raiders. So we have Patrick Mahomes, we have Matt Stafford and Josh Allen. So I need 2 more names. Justin Herbert could be in the conversation.
I don't think
but I'm not taking Justin Herbert. Like I'm saying I'm not, but he could be in the conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Jalen Hurts could be in the conversation. Dak Prescott could be in the conversation. Like who else are we talking about?
I'm not as much. I would much rather. I'm not the biggest Dak Prescott fan. Just in the fact that it's like, I know he puts the numbers up, but that's it. I honestly, it comes back just same shit for the Bears. Comes back to the ownership. Honestly, like they can.
Dude, we can't take Baker slamming like Baker. We're not taking Baker over Lamar. Like no, I love Baker. He missed the playoffs last year.
Right.
He lost to the Panthers. Like, dude, no, I love Baker, but it's not Baker over Lamar Jackson, who has a 70% win percentage through his career. No, not. So, okay, Baker's out. Purdy, I'm sorry, is out. He said he'd take Baker over Purdy. Sorry if I misread that, Slammin'.
Yeah.
Would you take Baker over Purdy? Let's talk about this real quick. Ray, Baker or Purdy? It's close. They're the same player, right?
So here's a little fun fact for Nico, just at least for fantasy wise. I had both of them, and Purdy wasn't the guy. It's just because Purdy, there's a reason he was the last pick, but at the same time, he is a really good game manager. I'm just like, honestly, Nico, like San Francisco is always going to be like that team that just sits there and be the pain in the ass and always be a threat. Just Kyle Shanahan hasn't showed it. I know, like, in general, like, that sounds fucked up, but for what has been happening there,
I don't see a lot of other coaches taking you to NFC championships every
No.
year.
First off,
multiple Super Bowls.
Nico, at least Nico, I appreciate you because you're not Storey. Let me say you're not Storey. Where Storey just hates every fucking coach. Okay,
Yep.
I love Storey to death. Nick, I love you, Storey, but for God's sakes, you hate every coach, and it's just there's no really. I mean, you have your reasoning, but it's not real good rhyme. It's just you're being stubborn. In general, same shit, man. With you in San Francisco, there's no reason to get rid of Kyle Shanahan. Like, because again, me and Rob have talked about this. Like for LaFleur, for instance, in Green Bay, there was a lot of talks they want to get rid of him. who the fuck are they going to hire?
His brother.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess because he got hired, but you already know where I'm going with this. It's just you're not making much of a difference, and
but
in the NFL,
if you want to hate on Purdy or tell me Purdy's a game manager or tell me he's a run-of-the-mill quarterback, tell me all of the other quarterbacks that Shanahan had aren't great, then why does he keep ending up in
Mac, bro? Give me Mac. I'll take Mac over Purdy, my man. I had both of them in rounds.
We gotta get to our list, though. I have a funny comment to make about Slamming's comments. Shanahan could have made Josh Rosen work. I saw a short. I was browsing through shorts, which I rarely do.
I don't know about that.
And it was the Josh Rosen quote about he's gonna make all 9 teams that pass on him pay. And then it went through all the 9 picks, and like there's like 5 all pros in there. Josh Allen was picked 7th overall. It was an epic draft, and it's just hilarious that Josh Rosen nah, bro, like you probably should have gone like pick 91 in reality, and you would have still been a bust at 91.
Shedeur. That's what he should have done. Pick Shedeur.
He kind of was a Shedeur. So, okay, are we set on the fact that Lamar's the 4th best quarterback in the NFL? Are we set on that?
I can't put nobody else ahead of him, dude.
He's top 5.
Yeah, top 5 for sure. But like Jalen Hurts, you could make the argument because of his success. We all know, everyone that watches this show outside of J-Bob, we love you, J-Bob. Lamar's better than Jalen Hurts. He's just better, bro, in every way. Better scrambler, better passer, smarter with the football, just better. He's just not as good as a tush push. That's all. He just doesn't do that.
I guess. I mean, honestly, it just comes down to what he's done in the playoffs, and on top of that, I mean, admittedly, going in year and year out, as we go down the line here, he is injury prone. Like not super, but like he is injury prone. And it's going to get worse as we keep going down the line.
This is not a lot of hate, Dakota. Like, you have the biggest Niners fan I know in Nick O over here. Lamar and Josh Allen aren't winners. They're just the best. They're 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. Like, that's just
and Ray's fucking crazy about Shanahan. We don't need to put any stock in what he's saying about Shanahan, man. We can disregard that because if people want to sleep on the 49er quarterbacks, then why is Shanahan getting them there, man? If he ain't got no Lamar.
Kyle Shanahan is probably the best coach in the NFL.
So what is Shanahan done to win the Super Bowl? Huh? Both of you riddle me that.
As soon as he gets to 3, and y'all are going
to lost 3. Awesome.
Go away.
Good for him.
But most coaches don't get that though at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that means he's that.
How many Super Bowls you watched?
You both are not helping your argument. Is that he's gone to 3? Oh, people don't go to 3 and lose 3. It's not all their fault. Well, he was always in charge of offense.
Trying to say that Mike McDonald's a better coach now. Are we going to try to say Mike McDonald's a better coach now because he won a Super Bowl than Kyle Shanahan? Like we all know football better.
As a CEO, yeah, he is clearly. Like he won a Super Bowl,
bro.
As a CEO,
I won against the Patriots. If Kyle Shanahan played the Patriots in that Patriots team, he would have won.
28-3.
Right? Anyone would have won.
28-3.
He was an OC. That don't count.
And you guys, hey, go ahead. 28-3.
No, I count that.
OC.
No, I count that. But you know what?
Oh, you guys don't count that. Yet Dan Campbell, okay, not Dan Campbell, but Quinn was.
That was also against the GOAT Tom Brady. I'm going to give him a little grace. I'm not saying it was fine. I'm saying it was against Tom Brady. That's all I got to say.
Kyle Shanahan is a lesser version of his father, who was a Super Bowl champion. I'm going to leave it at that.
So, hold on. I got this. Nope.
And by the way, his father was an Eastern Illinois man, as I am. And I love Mike Shanahan.
How many Super Bowls?
I don't think Mike Shanahan.
How many Super Bowls did Mike Shanahan lose before he won? Well, he lost 3.
Admittedly,
he won 3.
Now, admittedly, I want to tell you, I know he won 2 because I was born in 91. I don't know the amount of teams he was a coach of lost. And you just said it. Okay, go ahead and half.
Kyle came right out and said, I got my 3 losses out of the way. Same thing my dad did. Now I got 3 wins ahead of me, dude.
Oh. You know, that's just fun. That's just fun psychology.
Ray is totally pulling. Ray, you totally just pulled a Curb Your Enthusiasm. Oh.
Very cute.
Oh,
what's his name?
It's Kwame.
It's Kwame. Kwame. Mm-hmm. Nice name. Nice name.
Thank you. I think so too.
Yeah. It's a little light for Kwame, no?
What?
A lot of names to pick, but was a little darker, maybe.
Yeah, can you go?
That's very scary.
You need to get out.
Hey, and you guys want ginger ale?
Get the fuck out.
Ray, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Shanahan fan, but I got to give the guy his flowers because remember the game in particular, the game against the Rams. It was week 7, Nico, where they had Mac Jones and all those injuries. Mac Jones also injured. They beat the Rams. That was the most Kyle Shanahan game I've ever seen. It's like this dude wins with he could win with anything.
He should have been coach of the year this year, dude. He did more with less than any other coach ever has, man. And how many other head coaches in the NFL right now have gone to 3 Super Bowls?
Bill Belichick with Tom Brady as a rookie.
Right now.
Boom. Just owned you and move it along.
Well, Bill Belichick's probably the best coach of all time, so that's not a good
Oh,
argument.
but you two are just sucking Kyle's dick as he's the best right now. You both just said best coach right now.
Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan are the 2 best head coaches in the NFL.
I was between that and Muhammad. Why the fuck would it be between that or Muhammad? Why don't you just pick a common name like a normal person?
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book for one.
I'm going to tell you right now, Nico, I'm taking Ben Johnson over fucking Shanahan because you know what? Ben Johnson has a fucking cojones, unlike fucking Kyle.
I'll hear that when I see the Bears in a Super Bowl, brother.
That's good.
I'll hear that. Until then, I don't hear you.
That's fine because you know what? I'm a Cubs fan, and everybody said the same shit. And you know what? 2016. You know what? We're just on the same projectile.
Let's move it on here. We gotta get to the comments we're backed up on. Ray, this is for you. Have you tried the McDonald's new Arch Burger?
No, I'm cutting myself out of McDonald's because I've been seeing way too many videos of Wendy's, Burger King, and McDonald's burgers aging. Wendy's and Burger King mold. There's no mold. Way longer times. I'm talking 300 plus days of McDonald's burgers not being molded at all.
Twinkies. They're like Twinkies.
Yeah, I'm saying that their competitors mold. McDonald's doesn't. That's just like, and I mean, I'm not gonna sit there. I'm like, I'm not a healthy guy. Like, my God, I'm saying I'm not eating that shit, dude. I'm done with McDonald's.
All right. Public service announcement. If it's too unhealthy for Ray, you shouldn't eat it. That's just a fucking. We gotta have that's the new shirt we're gonna make. I gotta find a way to make that a shirt. Like, don't eat it.
I really want to try the Big Arch because everything I've heard about the Big Arch is good. It's just like I've been seeing way too many videos lately, like in the last month, of just like people being like, I got a Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King burger, and the McDonald's burger looks the same after 100, 200, 300 days. It's like, ugh.
Just grill your own, brother. It's gonna be
yeah, right, exactly. I'll spend the extra money just to make my own. Rob, and both of you, because you're in the area, I'll make you a little smash burger.
Yep.
Race
Go to Reams, man. 100%. Go to Reams. Get you some ground beef. It's way better. Don't cost much more.
No.
I just grilled 6 of them up from Reams tonight, dude.
Ooh, Reams. Oh, you got a little Reams.
All right. We have a half hour left with the twosome here with Nico and Ray. I will do a best ball draft if we meet the goal. And I will say this, Mouth has been contributing way too much. Mouth, if you're in here still, you're not giving me any more fucking money. 20 total subs and super chat dollars. We have 22. Thanks to Mouth. But I'm going to make that 30 because Mouth isn't going to be able to draft me tonight. So he's not on the show. He's out with his lady friend. So if we get to 30, we will do this right now. 20 plus subs and super chat dollars. So 8 more, either subs or super chats. What are you doing?
It means I can just give the extra money for us to do a whole draft.
I mean,
yep.
I guess you could if you want to. You want to pay for the draft.
Well, yeah. I mean, I
also want some of the others.
This elongated. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I would also like some of the others to contribute, but yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like I gotta feed my family, bro. Mostly feed my fat ass. All right, so OJ says don't take your family out to Five Guys. $120 later. Yeah, Five Guys is insanely expensive, right? Is it good, Nico? Have you had it?
It's good, but it's so expensive, bro.
I like the French fries from Five Guys more than I like the burgers.
The Cajun fries, man. Ooh, yeah, Rob. They do because they do like the fresh cut fries right into the fryer.
Ooh,
but it's just good shit. It is, but that is crazy, dude.
For me, it's
I like In-N-Out burger.
Same thing with Wingstop. I go to Wingstop for fries, man. Not wings.
Oh, bro.
Ray is hard as a rock right now. He loves Wingstop.
I love my Wingstop.
Cajun fries, dude.
I get the Cajun corn, bro. Corn is the fries are good, but you gotta ask them for a little extra done well.
Can we all agree that Buffalo Wild Wings is ass now? And maybe it was always ass, but it's definitely worse now than it used to be, and it's terrible.
Yeah, the BOGO's the only time I fucked with them for a long time, and even now, dude, it's a hard pill to swallow.
The only reason that business is in business is because of the flavors they have. Like their flavors are fine. Their wings and their the product is terrible. But really, what is something that's unexpectedly amazing from there is their burgers.
So we got a B-dub to go by my work, right? And we'll do
the BOGO that you're saying, yeah.
Like it's buy one get one, and those assholes started charging $1 per ranch and $1 per blue cheese, dude. Tiny little cups, and I'm like, because it's BOGO day, like get out of here, dude. I quit. I'm like, I ain't playing that game.
Nico, the worst part is, bro, is all fast food restaurants will now charge you. Like, let's say you went to McDonald's back in the day when you're in high school, got your $5 bag of fucking a full meal. And look, can I get an extra barbecue sauce? What the hell you asked for? Yeah, it's 25 cents, 50 cents. And you're like,
yeah, I hit him at the window, dude, after I already paid. And I'm like, let me get one of these.
No, this is the new thing. They will they'll ask you, give me a quarter. And you're like, just use your card. And you're like, what do you mean?
I got a hot honey the other day from McDonald's because I didn't know they had it. Right? I got my kids some fries, and I'm at the window, and I'm like, "Hey, can I get one of them hot honeys?" And the lady like looks at me sideways, and I'm like, "Just one little hot honey," and she's like weird about it, and I'm like, I didn't know if it was because English
because you were intimidating. You obviously your side A was intimidating enough that she was just like, all right, I'm not going to ask this guy for 50 cents. I'm just going to give him the fuck out of my face. I'm telling you, dude, if I did the same, just if I walked up and I was just like, how you doing? And she's just like, yeah, 50 cents. I'm like, I can give you 50 cents. You ain't getting no hot honey then. You're just like, but you just gave that hard eye.
What do you guys think about Darnell Mooney at $10 million a year? It was a 1-year deal. So if he were to sign a 4-year deal like Wandale, it probably would have been 4 years, $30 million. Wandale, 4 years, $70 million. Are either of those signings? Mouth is really high.
A totally different player, man. He's got a lot more juice in the tank, dude. He's quick twitch. He's going to get open. Like Mooney, if he can stay healthy, I don't have a ton of faith in his ability to even separate no more, man. I didn't see it.
So you're saying Wandale that you have more faith in. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, hey, as a Bears fan, I love Darnell Mooney, but the only hope I have for Darnell Mooney would be like a 4th or 5th receiver on your bench with Jackson Dart looking to him, especially with God help me, guys, the LSU Malik Neighbors, Malik Neighbors coming back. Like, unfortunately, that was I mean, he got 10 mils, so. Good for him.
Likely up there is going to catch a lot of passes.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the last contract Darnell Mooney's going to get is my guess.
Well, for that money, he'll be a league minimum guy from here on
out. Dean says Lamar doesn't suck, but he dominates bad teams. 13 total touchdowns, 11 total turnovers in the playoffs. I think it's higher than that. I think it's more like 20. It's close to a 1-to-1 though, like you said. So
yeah, it's tough.
Well, yeah, you know what? Mark Andrews also fumbled a fucking over the middle catch that one game, and then the same game dropped that 2-point conversion. I'm just saying, like, that was not that the last game, the last playoff loss Lamar had in 2024 was not on Lamar. He actually played well in that game.
So, but like, the way that Nico thinks about Lamar is like, Nick, you started making me think that like you're Ryan Clark 2.0. I'm joking when I say that because that guy's take was so fucking bad. Who did he compare him to? Ryan Clark?
Oh, I don't remember, man. Ryan.
No, he said Kyler Murray is better. He said
that's what it was. Yeah, Kyler Murray. Yeah, I know. And again, I think he was comparing to Kyler Murray's MVP season. Quote like when it was whatever 2020, 2021. That's still just a terribly hot take.
Lamar's won 2 MVP. Your hands are what makes it possible. Your shoulder pads are hard and stiff. Your hands are tender and they can move and caress the ball. That's kind of gay, but hey.
So, Nico, just to make sure what you understand with that clip, that is me massaging Rob Mascuzi, Euro trip style, and then all of a sudden you're the one's like, yeah, that's real gay.
That is really gay. You know what? It's cool to be gay now, right now. Dakota has a list here. Burrow. We forgot about Joe Burrow. So Joe Burrow could be quarterback 4. So Burrow, Mahomes, Stafford, Caleb, Purdy.
That's a great call. We didn't bring him up. That is a great call.
He doesn't have Josh Allen. He doesn't have Josh Allen on his list because it's Dakota. So I think we can go with Josh Allen. No order. Josh Allen, Burrow, Mahomes, Stafford. That's 4. Lamar's 5. Caleb is not there yet. And Brock Purdy, I'm sorry. We saw Mac Jones dominate. Not there yet, dude. Nico, if you could, as a Niners fan, if the trade was Brock Purdy for Lamar straight up, are you taking it?
Oh, dude, I want to, but I think what you're successful in Shanahan's offense is quick processing, dude. And I don't know Lamar is a quick processing quarterback who's going to throw the ball.
Take away Kyle Shanahan. I'm just saying, like, take away that. I know it's hard to do, but like, take away the scheme a little bit, like the player.
Like you said,
if you put Brock Purdy on the Raiders and you put fucking Lamar on the Raiders, who's winning more games?
Lamar's going to be more successful on the Raiders this year than
There
Purdy.
it is. There it is.
So what about Purdy for Caleb?
Nah, not a chance, bro.
Okay. We want Caleb over. Dean says Jalen Hurts playoffs, 21 total TDs and 4 turnovers.
Yep, and he ran in 17 of them.
No, I understand he did, but I understand that. But like, watch the film. If you think Jalen Hurts is the reason the Eagles are winning, and you think that Lamar Jackson's the reason they're losing, take away the playoffs, just in general, like the totality of watching film. You're on crack cocaine, Dean. And
Switch Lamar for Jalen, bro. Oh my God, the Eagles would be way better.
Oh Jesus! Can you imagine that? Could you imagine Lamar Jackson on that team the last couple of years?
Good for days.
Slammin says not Purdy. I take Allen or Herbert over Purdy. Well, Allen for sure over Purdy, and then Herbert and Purdy are close. Like it should be easy Herbert, just because like look at the two guys next to each other. Herbert has a stronger arm. He is more mobile, right? Like stronger arm, more mobile. And what does Brock Purdy really have besides the it factor over Justin Herbert? That's the only thing I can choose. He has the it factor.
Oh, I'm definitely taking. When I say definitely,
everywhere.
I'm not saying it's like a 0 to 100, but I'm in this conversation. Yeah, sorry, Purdy is odd man out. Marry fucking kill is Purdy. Marry is Herbert. I'm sorry, fuck is Herbert and marry is Allen.
Yeah, you want to marry Josh Allen. I'm just saying, put Justin Herbert in Kyle Shanahan's offense. He does process pretty quick. He's also a monster of a man. OJ, would you take Shedeur Sanders in fantasy? Nico, give me your Shedeur Sanders take. Is he even going to win the job? Because we've been doing all these underdog drafts, and I believe it's Dakota, my boy Dakota, is taking Deshaun Watson everywhere, thinking Deshaun Watson's going to win the job. So do you think that's possible? You think so too?
I think it's a healthy Deshaun Watson wins that job, and Shedeur backs him up.
So that means Shedeur's career's over then.
Shedeur's quarterback rating was garbage. No, he can still do something, whether there's an injury or reclaim himself or whatever else. He's like a dark-skinned JJ McCarthy now.
Really? So can you explain to both of us and the whole crowd how the hell Deshaun Watson is anything among what you're talking about? Because he fucking sucks. He is.
Watson's QBR has never been as bad as Shedeur's. And he was.
I'll take Shedeur over him, bro. I'm not taking a rapist on my team. That's all I'm leaving.
If he's back healthy, he's gonna be more mobile. He's gonna give you an option in the game to roll out. Shedeur isn't that guy, man. He's not athletic enough, and he's not making the right reads. He's throwing into coverages. The fact that Shedeur made the Pro Bowl is the biggest joke I've ever seen.
Hey, Mitch Trubisky made a Pro Bowl, and he also won the Nickelodeon MVP.
Yep, I was going to say, yeah, he won the Nickelodeon MVP too.
Dean says Lamar Jackson statistically bottom 3 quarterbacks since 2019, 3 starts minimum in the playoffs. You know what Lamar Jackson also has? The highest passer rating in the history of the NFL in the regular season. Like, I'm not going to discredit that. Like, that's a bigger sample size. I'm not going to discredit that. Now, if this trend continues with Lamar, if he ends his career with the same numbers in the playoffs, then we can have the conversation that Lamar's terrible. Like, I am fine with that. If it continues with a bigger sample, as currently constructed, playoff games, the NFL, it's a lot like fantasy football. Like, Nico, Ray, y'all know who's good at fantasy football, right? Like, the good people. And there's some bums that win championships because they have a good year. And
like
I am historically pretty bad. I am historically pretty bad in the fantasy playoffs. My advancement rate is very good. I lose in the fantasy playoffs all the time. It's probably because I bring a lot of subpar teams into the playoffs, where most teams wouldn't make the playoffs for those teams. And it's a 1-game sample. That I don't care about 1-game sample. I mean, I know it's the end all be all. And there's the names of Tom Brady and Joe Montana and some of these guys that have the both, right? They have the regular season success and they have the postseason success. And some of those guys are even better in the postseason. Unfortunately, Lamar's not. And but Matt Stafford was also dog shit all around in terms of winning. If you're talking about winning, Matt Stafford is way worse than Lamar Jackson through this stage of their career. And now we're talking about Matt Stafford as an all-time quarterback, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nico,
absolutely. We always talk about Matt Stafford being an all-time quarterback.
Absolutely. I'm always looking for Jack Doyle.
Hey, shout out Matt Stafford. When I was a little skinnier, random people I would meet, they were like, "You look like Stafford." I'm like, "Oh, I'll take that." But nonetheless,
you look like Stafford.
You didn't hear the main part. When I was younger and skinnier,
I can see it. I can see it. I'm not like I'm not blown away by that thought.
But nonetheless, Nico, I want to let you know that everybody just, because I didn't let you haven't heard this, but and just piggybacking over Rob's idea with fantasy. I had a 12-man league with my buddies from I've known since high school. I'm 35. It was an auction league. This is 2 years ago now, not last year, but 2 years ago. I had Lamar Jackson, Jamar Chase, Saquon Barkley, and Brock Bowers. So I had the number one tight end, number one receiver, running back, and quarterback. And I beat everybody all the year. The only time I lost in the regular season was one of my buddies. He was the first person I met in the playoffs, and I lost it. I was at the bye. So then the second week in the playoffs, lost to him. And I would have won because both players didn't beat my record or my points. It's just funny to me. It's just like, that's why I love fantasy. You can have everything perfectly lined up. Don't matter.
And it still don't shake your way, man.
Nope,
Yep,
exactly.
That's why we play the game.
That's not even talking about injuries, too, like in-game injuries. OJ says Tua, Shador, or Kyler in fantasy. This is easy, Kyler.
Yeah, it's Kyler.
Easy, Kyler. Whether it's draft stock, whether it's in the season, it's Kyler.
He's the only starter on that list. Easy. I mean, Tua will start until Penix is healthy.
Who's the other answer? Who's the other answer?
I don't think Kyler's that great. Kyler sucks, in my opinion.
Kyler has
I get
the
he has a great
rushing. Tua's going to get you a 60-yard rushing for the whole year, bro.
My idea is that in reality, I mean, you guys tell me I'm wrong, and I'd be happy to be wrong.
You're wrong.
Kyler is more of just a rushing guy who may have a better arm, or at least a more intermediate better arm. And it's like in the middle, Kyler's better, and on the outside, Tua's better. Tua has a better deep ball arm, and in general,
Tua has nothing, dude. Tua's
Kyler,
terrible.
I had Kyler in fantasy.
You know what Tua had? He had Mike McDonald. He had Mike McDaniel. He had Tyreek Hill in his prime, and he had Jalen Waddle. That's what he had.
Oh, and he also had John Smith. He had John Smith before they let him go as well.
I'm just saying, Kyler has been a top 12 quarterback every single year he's played. Points per game.
Last year when I had him, so fuck you. Don't you lie
for last year.
You just lied. Don't lie to the
crowd. He would have been if he played. He only played 5 games, dude.
He's got JJ and Addison up there with Hawkinson and a decent run game.
Hawkinson
and
sucks
a
too.
Path to the start. I don't know if Shador or Tua are even going to start, dude.
Hawkinson sucks. Everybody, if you guys want to go on his fucking, have him as your starter, have fun. I've done that for 2 straight years. I'm done with that fucker. I think he's talented. I think he's athletic, but
I'm not saying he's the third best pass catcher tops on that team. Where
No. I'm just talking as a starter. I picked him as a starter for my tight end fantasy level in the last 2 years in different leagues, and it bit my ear off.
I have to just squash this Lamar thing just because we need to move on from the Lamar thing. I'm still behind in the comments, but Dean, yes, so far it is rough, but the difference is Lamar makes the playoffs every year. Like it's fine. Like the book is still out on Lamar. Like we're halfway through his book, and Jalen Hurts is not as good as Lamar. And I watch football. You guys, I want everyone in here to watch film and be open-minded to the fact that Lamar is better. Like you don't have to be a genius to see that. Like he's faster, he's got a better arm, he's more accurate. Jalen Hurts he crumbles when he doesn't have a great offensive line, and we saw this last year a little bit. So it's not like Lamar's ever had the best offensive. Like Todd Monken's fine, but he's never had a Kyle Shanahan or a Sean McVay, right? Like the offensive line that Jalen Hurts had for those years was the best in the NFL. A.J. Brown in his prime is a top 5 receiver, was a top 5 receiver. Devonta Smith is super underrated. Dallas Goedert's very good. Saquon Barkley they got for free. Like I can go on and on about like what he had. Not to mention he got to play free and easy because he had one of the best defenses in the league.
That O-line was always the top in the league when he was healthy. So
always.
But no, I mean, I'm with you, Rob. Like Jalen Hurts, he's what they call fool's gold or false gold. You know, like it's fool's gold. Is you think because he's always there. He's on one of the top. Philadelphia's a huge city. Eagles have been very successful. You think of him and you're like, oh, automatically, oh yeah, he's top 5. Watch him. He ain't top 5. Dude can't process. He's just huge. Honestly, the tush push with him being able to squat 500 pounds, or what is this, 600 pounds, 700 pounds, goes a long way for him.
I love Jalen Hurts. Great leader. But we're going to see what he's made of this year without, especially if they lose A.J. Brown. That's going to be very entertaining for me. Slammin said Harbaugh and McVay need mentioning. Sean McVay, I think Sean McVay is actually the best coach in the league. I put Sean McVay over Kyle Shanahan because he has won the Super Bowl and he's turned this roster over and he's always been competitive. So Nico, as the Shanahan lover, you think McVay is I think because they're also both very young. Like, give me Sean McVay over Kyle Shanahan because he has not crumbled in those moments like Kyle Shanahan has.
He hasn't, dude. But at a certain point, I'm gonna stand behind my guy and my team, man. And whether
take your Niners thing off behind you and just give me a unbiased take: Sean McVay or Kyle Shanahan.
As a head coach, the dude's gone out and won the Super Bowl, and he sells out, and he has apparently managed his team better. But that's not all on the head coach. The GM and the coordinators are a part of that too. But man, they're both 2 and 3. I'm fine with that. 3 and 2, either way.
That's really, really good. That's really good.
Because I think it's Andy Reid. I don't think you can argue against Andy Reid. He had a ton of success in Philadelphia, never finished, and then went to Kansas City and obviously finished a bunch, man. I don't think you can argue it's not Reid is the best coach in the NFL right now.
Really? I can't.
Well, an argument,
what
though.
The fuck
an
has he
argument
done
for your
in the
Kyle
last
Shanahan
2 years?
thing? Who, Andy Reid?
Yeah.
Oh, who cares about the last 2 years?
I love him. I'm not going to sit here and belittle him. I'm just saying, like,
you're taking over Storey's spot in the show right now, just being coach hater.
Yep.
Really? Because I literally just said that I like him.
You said Ben Johnson was better. Yeah, we heard that.
Yeah, right now. NG.
He's not better. He's not better. An argument over Kyle Shanahan being elite, though, is that Andy Reid was Kyle Shanahan with Philly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that
winning,
was Kyle Shanahan.
And then just blowing games and the whole T.O. and McNabb issue, situation. Like, he was super successful in the regular season, pretty good in the playoffs, terrible in the big games.
Yeah,
that is Kyle Shanahan.
Saw Marty Schottenheimer get fired right after 13 wins and being a perennial playoff contender, and then you saw Reid do it in Philly. And I'm afraid I think Shanahan and Lynch got 2 years left on their deal. If they don't win a Super Bowl in the next 2 years, you're going to see him go, dude.
So we have Dakota in here getting very mad about the Sean McVay take. And you're a Niners fan, Nico. You're going to tell me you want Kyle Shanahan over Sean McVay?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I'm a Niners fan, dude. How do I not? They're my rivals, bro.
Take
I
that
can't put that
apart.
love out there.
Because one won a Super Bowl and has had more success in a lesser time than the other.
I'm not trying to say that I don't think the Super Bowl just makes the argument, because it's my Lamar and Josh Allen love over Jalen Hurts. Like, I can't just go with the Super Bowl. I got to be consistent. But Sean McVay, I feel like Sean McVay is a better head coach. I know Kyle Shanahan's a better offensive mind. How about that? And that's saying a lot. Sean McVay's a great offensive mind.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say anybody's wrong if they want McVay over Shanahan. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just telling you what my take is.
With your giant 49ers banner behind you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's great.
Hold on.
Great.
I'll put this on too.
What is this? You're like Justin Jefferson. You got that giant ice on you, dude.
We're going all out.
Iced
now.
out, baby. You're gonna go kill some people in Minnesota.
Rob,
is what
don't
you're
you
gonna
worry.
do.
Good. Tell me everything.
Okay, they were both here. They were both inside me. Eduardo was in my mouth and Luther was in my butt.
Oh my God, no, don't tell me everything. What? No, what?
Damn it,
Bonnie. Eduardo who?
Sanchez.
Holy shit, tell us more.
Then Luther went in Eduardo's butt for a while.
Tell us less. Tell us less.
Then they both completed on each other. I was left out of the finale.
I hate that clip, dude. It grosses me out every time, man.
Well, Nico,
You're visualizing is what he's doing.
Yeah, you just really that's the clip that grosses you out.
Yep.
You Nick, you're older than me and Rob. You're telling us that you never saw a man in a glass jar back in the day. You never watched that.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Oh.
Did you ever watch Two Girls, One Cup?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now what I'm about to.
I directed that motherfucking thing.
I'm gonna tell you both. What I'm about to describe to you is basically a not a what is it called? What the top, like the screw top glass jar. Like that you ferment things in. Yeah, you guys.
Mason jar.
No.
Thank you. Mason jar. Yes. This guy took a mason jar and shoved it up his ass. It broke in his ass. He didn't bleed out and die, but he definitely bled a lot. I'll leave it at that.
What's that got to do with that clip, though? That's why I'm confused.
Because that was the same exact time.
You were grossed out.
Yeah. And that was the same exact time that Two Girls, One Cup came out. And this guy was like, oh, you two girls thought that's enough?
Gross.
Does that gross you out? Does that gross you out?
Hey, how about Nick?
Ray will take his shirt off. Slammin says Dan Marino is your favorite quarterback's favorite quarterback. How many rings does he have? Yeah, Dan Marino wins the Super Bowl his rookie year, and everyone loves Dan Marino.
Dan Marino threw
zero
5,000 yards in 1983.
Rings.
Okay, I don't give a
zero
fuck
rings though.
That's why Brock Purdy wears number 13 too. Dan Marino.
So you guys think he sucks because he didn't win a Super Bowl when he threw for 5,000 yards in fucking 1983?
No. He's awesome. I'm not gonna have him in my top 5. No. You know what I mean?
No, I will.
Like, I think Dan Marino is better than John Elway, but John Elway has the ring. So I'm gonna take. Fuck
Terry Bradshaw is the fucking greatest joke of a Super Bowl legend of all time. His numbers.
He's got a lot of rings though. 4 rings, right?
I understand. He's a 500. When I say 500, not record, but interceptions to touchdowns.
Nico, Terry Bradshaw is the version of your boy there in San Fran with 4 rings.
No way. Gross.
I'm just kidding. I just wanted to fuck with you.
Not.
Kind of. He's the poor man's version of that.
He might be kind of.
When Purdy puts all those rings on his finger, I'll be fine with it.
Dude, your quarterback and your fucking. What do you like? I don't understand you. Like, can you explain to me why you think that Kyle Shanahan in the Super Bowl up 28-3 is going to bring you guys to a Super Bowl win? Please explain.
I can't explain what Kyle Shanahan did in Atlanta. I can't explain what he did with the Redskins.
Well, the guy who was the head coach was a defensive idiot. Didn't run the offense. So again, explain. The guy who ran the offense.
The guy who's head coaching in San Francisco right now is outside of this year either been NFC Championship or didn't make the playoffs. And most of the didn't make the playoffs were because of injuries. The dude's an offensive genius.
Injuries. Oh God. You know, Rob, I love that. I love when people like Nico just bring up injuries. Because you know what? Every goddamn team deals with that, my man.
But not every team has the most. They've had the most. They've been in first place with injuries since 2017, man.
Well, there's an electrical station right next to their stadium. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they should take
facility.
One thing that I want to call. I was about to call Matt Eberflus Nico because we're talking. Matt Eberflus. The only good thing he did is that he replaced the entire grass at Soldier Field for the Kentucky Bluegrass.
Well, he is now the assistant head coach of the defense for the San Francisco 49ers. And I feel officially cursed, and I can't win with him. Like Singletary said, you can't win with him. I'm out, dude. As soon as they hired him, I'm like, well, this season's washed.
That was about Vernon Davis. That's when he pulled his pants down. That was
done. Yeah, can't win with him.
I love that.
Oh, dude.
You know,
Vernon Davis.
You just signed fucking Mike Evans. You guys got so much talent.
Nico's just hard. Nico and Dakota are very hard about the Niners right now, and I justify it. All right, we have 5 minutes left in the show, guys. 5 minutes left in the show. Let's go do the last couple of comments. If we get up to eight more super chat dollars, we will do a draft or subs. If you're not subbed to the channel, what are you doing? Sub to the channel. Anyone talking crap about Mahomes, I'll just say, look at how the Chiefs play without him. Well, we're not talking crap about Mahomes.
Nobody did. Yeah, nobody.
The only thing I would say is that maybe this hasn't aged well based on what happened this year. Josh Allen has been playing a higher level of quarterback the last 3 years. Josh Allen is currently the best quarterback in the NFL, if you ask me. Nico, do you agree, or am I insane?
Nope. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. If I'm going to start a brand new franchise, it's with Josh Allen. And the only hatred for Mahomes, which I haven't mentioned yet tonight, but since you're asking for some, is he beat the Niners twice in the Super Bowl. So I'd like to punch him in his stupid froggy Kermit face. And that's it, dude. Like, I'm out. I don't like him as a person. I don't like him as quarterback. And I don't want to lose to him again. He grosses me out.
Do you see the parallels of, Mahomes coming into the second part of his career with Tom Brady winning 3 Super Bowls, and then there was that big gap, right? Remember the gap that he had? He didn't win anything for 8 years, and then domination, right? So could this be the same for Mahomes?
No way. Was it that long for Brady?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that long
Brady
gap.
Won,
Big
Ray.
Ray.
In 01, 02, 03, or what? Maybe it was 02, 03, 04, and then he didn't win it again until 08.
Crazy.
I just gotta say, why are my co-hosts funding this fucking operation? Big Ray and Mouth. I know, Nico. I know that. I'm saying my co-hosts. Great, you're the man. Thank you. My co-hosts are funding this operation to draft and hit goals. I love y'all, but we gotta change
the
that.
Meme? It's I did my part. I did my part. I did my part. I didn't do fucking shit. I'm that guy.
Rob, all I'm going to tell you right now is me and Nico. We might as well just come up with a fun old AI version of us fucking chicken fighting between Peter and the chicken.
It's just you guys are my quarterbacks, man. You're my teammates.
It's really unfair. It's my team. It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair. We lost as a team.
He looks like Bubba Gump right there, man. It's not right. You done took the shrimp.
He does look like Bubba Gump shrimp right there, dude.
Forrest deserves a shrimp.
Man.
You either got to give Forrest a shrimp.
Slammin said Montana says Marino is the GOAT. Well, Tom Brady's the GOAT. That's not debatable, right?
No, but guys, think about it. Marino threw for 5,000 yards in 1983. The Bears defense in 85, just look that up and both of you have seen it enough. I'm just saying, that's insane. That means Dan Marino would have threw for 6,000 to 7,000 yards in current day, in my eyes. If he had a good enough O-line to keep up. 5,083 yards. That's what he threw for. Fucked up. In a good way.
Here we go. Dakota. The thing is, Dakota isn't even one of these guys I'm clamoring for because he's a professional fanatic in the Patreon.
I love it.
By
Dakota.
the way, Dakota's coming on the show
Nick,
here in a
enjoy
couple
this.
weeks. Me, you, and Dakota Ray are going to talk
Perfect.
NBA top 25 players
All
of
right.
all time because our boy Godarzi, who was supposed to be an NBA affiliate, has not responded to my text in like 2 months. He's like ghosting me. Yeah, I don't get why, and that's fine. I'm just like, hey, come on the show. So whatever. Ray, Ben Johnson was up 24-7 and lost to Kyle Shanahan. Enough with the nonsense, brother. Shanahan owns Ben Johnson, who's never won anything. He's referring to Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator of the Lions, correct? That was the Lions game we're talking about?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? We hold the Kyle Shanahan Atlanta thing against Kyle Shanahan, so we got to hold this against Ben Johnson.
No, this is a fair conversation. I did the same exact thing. I'm not going to say like, I'm not.
Can I offer one defense of Ben Johnson, though? He was not the one going for 7 fourth down conversions. That was definitely Dan Campbell, right?
No, I get it. It's the same thing I said. Shanahan was the OC, dude. I'm not holding that whole thing against him.
No, what I'm saying.
Patriots.
But Rob, I mean, Nico, you can test as well if you watch the playoffs for the Bears. Ben Johnson took that straight up from him. And he's
also not to piss off Dakota too much and Nico too much, but like Kyle Shanahan, if you want to go down that route, Kyle Shanahan has never won anything either. I'm just saying, like, he hasn't. Like, I love Kyle Shanahan. He's a second best coach
How
in
many
the NFL.
playoff wins does he have, man? The dude's got tons of wins.
Saying, but we're talking Super Bowls,
How
right?
many Super Bowl wins, my man?
That's all
0. Go ahead. I'm gonna give it
saying.
to you. Fucking 0.
I'm just being a douche. This is we become first take right now. And if I want to become first take, I could be a very good first take. I don't want this show to become that. As currently constructed right now, it's kind of first takey.
You gotta punch your ticket to the dance, dude. So let's say it's a fantasy football season and you make the playoffs or you don't. That's a success or it's not. Like, you gave yourself a chance. That's all you got to do, man. You got to make the playoffs.
Fantasy football, if you get third place, you get your money back. So that's not necessarily a failure.
Yeah, I live on seconds and not thirds so much. I live on seconds. As you know, Nico, my name in your league was I'm the fucking Bills because I went 3 straight second places in your league. Slammin' Sammy is on the Ben Johnson side of things. Ben Johnson took a team drafting in the top 10, bottom of their division to the playoffs and winning their division in 1 year. And then Dakota says he's been to Super Bowl, so he's won NFC championship games. I get both angles. Like, the point is they're both elite. They're both fucking elite. Ben Johnson has a chance to become Kyle Shanahan, which is the upside. He's not there yet
at this point than what Johnson does.
I still want Sean McVay, though. Sean McVay is still better than both. That's just my take. But I don't think I'm a Kyle Shanahan hater. I'm telling you, Kyle Shanahan's the 3rd best coach in the NFL. That's saying a lot. And Andy Reid, either he's going to retire or going to die in the next couple of years. That dude is old and fat and like stressed. And also a terrible dad. Andy Reid, all-time terrible dad, right?
He may be the first coach to legitimately die on the sidelines.
Kelsey's going to choke him out on the sideline.
Yeah, when he tells Taylor Swift that she looks like a fucking mouse, what she does. Yeah, you know.
Have you seen Taylor Swift without makeup on?
Yeah, she's awful.
The topic for the show.
Her music stuff. She's ugly. I mean, the fact that people compare her.
My wife is hotter than Taylor Swift. And
I'm just saying, the fact that anybody in the world compares her to Michael Jackson, like, level of fame is just like, well, she is level of fame. That is true. But the talent, it's a fucking joke.
Jay Moore wants to know what's the topic of tonight's show. Well, we did winners and losers of the offseason. Me and Nico did. We really don't have topics on this show. We kind of just let you guys decide. Jay Moore, you should know this. We just kind of go with it. We're about to do an Underdog draft thanks to Big Ray's donation, who's co-hosting the show, and Mouth. So we're going to do an Underdog draft here live in a couple minutes once Nick O gets off.
Yeah, Nick
O. And so we don't have topics in the show. We just kind of go with it. Dakota, Bears fans hate Shanahan because they
pillow on one side and my
he is.
On the other side.
No. You do cum shots on that pillow. Bears fans hate on Shanahan because they can't beat him. We understand. Again, hey, just so you know, Dakota, I'm not really a Bears fan. You guys know this, right? Right, you know this.
And Rob hasn't hated on Shanahan either.
Oh, a little bit. I'm a realist, bro. I have no biases. That's why I'm the host of this show, because you don't have to deal with any. Like, you guys can have your biases, and typically you guys don't. Nico, Ray, Nico definitely doesn't. Ray, you have a little bit, but like you are still a little bit realistic about the Bears and like talking about other teams. I don't have any biases. No,
Listen,
but
I
you
feel like
do you do love the Bears, and it does come back to the Bears a lot.
When I
love
say
it.
some
And
fucked
Nico,
up
you love the
crazy
Niners.
shit, I will admit it. I'm like, hey, this is being a homer
I
right
could
now.
give two shits about fandom. You know what I care about? Michael Wilson. I'm just saying, like, I care about this show. I care about winning money, gambling, and fantasy. And whatever that is, I'm going to give you my take on the things, which is realistic takes. That's how I've gotten better in fantasy. And like the biggest thing for me was at first when I played fantasy, I drafted Bears players for a couple years because like, want to draft players from your own team. And I learned, I was like, okay, that's not working, partially because the Bears were dog shit. And definitely when they were even good, they weren't good for fantasy.
I was gonna say, unless you got the
Bears
Cutler,
defense.
Forte.
Well, the Bears defense was
Allen
good. The Bears
Robinson,
defense was good for fantasy. That was it. But even those other guys were not good. So I separated that, and then I really separated from all of it, man. I just strictly give me the guys who are going to win me fucking money, and I win fucking money.
Forte won people money. You can shut your mouth about that.
Yeah, but Forte was also a number 1 or top 5 pick for many years,
Yeah, and he won many people money those years. So just because he was an elite. Honestly, Matt Forte is a top 5 receiving running back of all time.
Who are we talking about? Gen Z and millennial women love her. Are we talking about Helen Hunt? Because women love Helen Hunt because, Helen Hunt's she's not like, the women don't worry about her. She's not intimidating,
you see Ray's
right?
favorite Helen Hunt movie, Twister.
There she is. Look at that hot lady. Look at that sexy lady. A lot of work done there. Jets are keeping Brees, Jay Moore. That's pretty much set in stone. Sucks for him.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I wouldn't say set in stone. I would say it's 98%. Give the draft 2% chance he might be able to get his ass out of there.
All right, one more question before we get Nico out of here. Biggest winner, Josh Downs or Alec Pierce for fantasy? On yesterday's show, Ray, I had Josh Downs as my big winner, so I got to go there just based on the fact that he was buried in the ranks. Alec Pierce is going to be more relevant because he's going to be a starting wide receiver in your fantasy league week in, week out, wide receiver 36 currently. I think I like him better than that. I like both these guys way ahead of consensus. Nico, what do you think? Josh Downs or Alec Pierce?
I think Danny Dimes is the big winner, dude. How he fleeced the Colts for $44 million a year is beyond me, brother. I got a hard time with that. And the fact that he's not going to be ready week 1, are they rolling Richardson out? Are they going to trade Richardson? There's some talk around that. But not knowing QB1, starting QB week 1, I'm just going to go with the better talent, which I think is Pierce. But where you can get Downs, why not, man? And this is a spot where I'd take both. Downs is one of those guys where you can get him to where if it's like, oh, you're wrong, you move on in a few weeks before buys hit.
Well, plus they play 2 different positions. So in reality, like, the dump off would be to Downs, more downfield. Because I was telling Rob, I think, if I remember right, I think Pierce averages around like 25, 24 yards per catch right now, 23 yards, 23 to 25, somewhere in there. I mean, that's a huge number. So to your point, like, just pick up both of them and start the guy who turns out to be the number 1, because right now, there's one who's in the slot, one who's going deep.
I'm just not sure what they do with the pirate Anthony Richardson with one eye covered still, or if they
the Packers. The Packers want Anthony Richardson.
I was about to say
the Packers are linked to Anthony Richardson right now, and that would be great.
No, I saw that.
Let's have reclamation projects left and right with these scrambling.
So who starts the season for the
quarterbacks? Daniel Jones is going to be ready apparently.
I don't think so.
No,
really?
Riley Leonard. They would start Leonard. Or they'll bring in Kirk Cousins or something.
No.
They can't start Anthony Richardson, bro. They're done with him. He's gone.
Phillip Rivers.
No, that's what I said. I was joking to say I said Phillip Rivers too. No, all
right, Nico. I gotta get Nico out of here. It's a late night. Appreciate you, Nico. What a guy. What a legend. We all love him. Round of applause for Nick O. And then me and Ray are gonna do Underdog draft here shortly. I'll answer a couple more questions. We're gonna do some drafting.
Nice seeing you, man.
Take care of yourself, man. And
hey, good luck to your Kittle Bears. Good luck to Kittle, your mega Bears fan, my man. He'll end up on
it, brother. That's it. You guys have a great night, man. Good luck with the draft.
We'll
be talking soon.
You take care.
All right, you and Dakota are done with your slurp session about the Niners. You sons of bitches. Jay Moore. Also, how far will Caleb Downs fall in the draft? He's going to go really high again. Jay Moore. I'm not a college football guy, and I don't really pay attention to like the real life draft as much as I should to give you opinions. That's a Storey question, and Storey's not on the show currently. He'll be on next week. Get your ass in the Discord, Jay Moore, and you can literally DM and ask any college question you want to Storey, who is the college football expert. That guy plays actually more college football fantasy than NFL fantasy. It's wild. He is very in tune with that one. So I can't tell you what I don't know. I don't think he's going to go past the top 10. I'll say that. I think the guy's a monster and a big fan of his game, but I'm not as in tune with that stuff as you might think as a host of the show. This is a fantasy football and gambling show.
From what I've seen about the guy, it seems very likely he ain't getting out of the top 10, like you said.
No. All right, so we're going to do a draft. I'm going to play a clip, grab a beer, and get this draft kind of ready to go here. And we'll be back in like 45 seconds, and we're going to hit this draft.
Jay Quellen. No Jay Quellen here?
Do you mean Jacqueline?
Okay, so that's how it's gonna be. Balake. Where is Balake at? Yes, sir.
My name's Blake.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Do you want to go to war, Balake?
No.
D Nice. Is there a D Nice?
Do you mean Denise?
Son of a bitch. Ron. Where are you? Where is Ron right now?
Here.
I said it like 4 times, so why didn't you say it the first time I said Ron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron?
Son of a bitch!
All right. Dakota says, Ray, do you have an Underdog account now? Ray doesn't have an Underdog account yet. You're going to do one. We're going to do one together, and then we're going to get Ray his own account. When he's not on a stream, he can hop on a draft with us, draft against us. And
I'm not going to lie. I probably won't stay on the whole entire, but.
The whole draft? It's not that long, Ray.
Oh, well, if it's not that long, then Ray will stay on.
I'm just fond of the operation.
I just assume that it's a 3-hour draft, just off the head.
We just did one the other night. What are you talking about? It takes 30 minutes.
Well, when I do a draft, I really go into my critical Ray thinking.
It's 20 seconds per pick. I can't go into any critical thinking.
That's why you need me on board, so you can be like, Ray, hey, you know what? Just think about it. You and me. I'm Charlie. You're Frank. All right.
I'm Frank. Frank.
Well, wouldn't you rather be Frank than Charlie? You got the money.
Yeah, I want the money and I want to bang whores.
The whores. I'm sorry that I found out that my wife is a gigantic whore. The way he says that is so.
All right. Whore. We got one more to start. Dakota, if you want to hop in this one, it's a little bored. If you're interested, I'm sure you're maxed out on those because you're a fucking psycho. But we love Dakota around these parts.
Ray's a psycho.
Ass in Dynasty and then some redrafts. Dakota, how many redrafts are you planning on entering? I'm just curious. As a fanatic, you can enter as many as you would like. We have one more to start. Before we get to that, might as well self-promote myself because it's all I fucking do in this show. I'm kidding. You get no ads. Everything is free on the show. No ads. Answer everyone's question. I kind of I went off on Hetzer a little bit the other day because he asked me how much. He asked me if he can get in the Dynasty League, and it's I was like, bro, it's for fanatics only, which is $22 a month, and you just literally have never given me a super. Or he's asked me. I probably answered 1,000 questions from Hetzer.
Oh no.
Like, I get it, man. Like a lot.
We've answered Hetzer so many fucking times, bro. Like at least when I've been on, so I can imagine. Yeah,
just all the time. It's fine. I'm just saying, like you gotta, support your boy a little bit, and I mean, eventually, like when the show gets bigger, like you're not gonna get that level. Eventually, it's gonna be super chat only, or I'm gonna answer my guys' questions. There's private shows as well, so we got one more to start still. We'll get that soon.
Private shows.
And we will do. I will do one more. No, me and Mouth are doing a private show every week, once a week, just for the Patreon subscribers to answer their questions. If people can't make the show, they can DM us their questions and then watch it back. It's gonna be only an hour long, and I will timestamp when their question is answered instead of just giving a response via text like we do normally. You can get our actual response in real time. So we like that. We will do one more.
Mouth called me earlier today. I'm gonna try to call him back, but he didn't answer. But
we will do one more after this if we get another goal. I mean, I highly doubt it, considering the only people. I mean, obviously, actually, fuck it. We only have 15 because Dakota gave us $5 super chat. So 15 subs and super chat dollars. We'll do one more. But if you are interested, still one more to start. No, this is a $3 one, Dakota. If we get what am I thinking? Anyways, I'm drunk. So if you're looking to get in, Jay Moore, you in particular, I know you're new to the channel. You've been on for a while, but you're not in the community. Promotion for new people that are not in ends April 5th. $2 a month to get in the Discord. Try it out. $5 a month to get in the Discord and the access to early bets. That'll stay for the entire year if you get in now. Also, come on, the professional tier. Look at all those fucking perks. Look at all them juicy perks we give out. You're gonna get free merchandise. Essentially, it's a lateral move for me because I'm paying for this shit and giving you guys stuff. So if you really want to be a fanatic, which is where the OGs are, shout out Dakota. Come on the show, all those kind of things. We're still looking for one more person. Professionalfanatics.com. Let's see. Leave draft. You're not in $3 20 seconds. I'm not. Hold on a second. No, I am. The fuck, man. Ray, this sucks, man. Like, whenever I have someone on here, it just fucking sucks, man.
I'll leave.
Oh, no. We're already in here. We'll figure it out. It's just my connection.
Oh, no. Let's see if just text me. I'll leave right now and see if it works.
We're in the show. We'll figure it out. We got A-Chain and Jefferson. I would have taken. Who would I have taken? Let's see. Thank you for that, Dakota. Leave. You're not in $3. Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be just like the other night, which is fucking great. So we have to just keep on backing out. We can look at the board. It's fine. I'll make it work, and we can. I'll put guys in the queue. We will figure it out. So hey, Justin Jefferson. I don't have any shares of him. So A-Chain, I'm not high, and I would have taken a lot of guys over him. But Jefferson and A-Chain, we'll make it work. Let's adjust from there and see what we're looking at here. So I'm learning a lot, though. So Dakota, you're not in here. Can I look? Are you in here, Dakota? Dakota is not in here. Nope. Yeah, my bad. So I couldn't have backed that anyway because we already fucking started. And when I go to the timer, see, it just doesn't show a timer. So I have to back out, get in, up in 12 picks. The nice thing is we have the 12th pick, so it's not going to be I don't have to keep on doing this so like all that often. So I can just figure out when we're up, and we're going to have. So we have Jefferson, A-Chain, 36 and 37 is our pick. So I would take Josh Allen there. That's about as far as I'd take Allen, Jacobs, Breece Hall, ETN, Bucky. I'm just queuing guys. You can see it's going to be a little delayed in your screen, Ray, but we'll talk it through when we get there. Tats, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson. There's 11. Bowers, there's 12. We need one more wide receiver. It's going to be, what do you like, Lad McConkey or Zay Flowers in a vacuum?
Give me my laddies.
He wants Lad. Okay. Jay Moore, what is best ball draft? How does it work? Are rookies available? Everyone's available, man. It's risky now because we don't know the schedule. We don't know bye weeks. We don't know where these rookies are landing. So this is way too early best ball drafts.
Yeah, doing best ball.
We are degenerates, so we're up in 5 picks. So we can go to the board. Here we go. ETN went. Yeah, this guy went Bijan, Jacobs, ETN. Wild. Bowers went 27. What a fucking value. So we have 7 guys in the queue. 5 guys in the queue and 3 picks to go. We're going to get 2 of our guys. Here is our queue. It's all wide receivers because we have A-Chain at running back. So I have it ordered: A.J. Brown, Tet, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Lad McConkey. You agree with that?
Yeah, it's just that A.J. Brown and Tet are just tough for me because one won Rookie of the Year and the other is a bona fide Hall of Famer. So,
all right, I'm turning my Wi-Fi off on this device. Maybe this will help. I think it's going to help. I think I figured it out. So we ended up getting Tet and Garrett Wilson. So we have Jefferson, Tet McMillan, Garrett Wilson, Devin A-Chain. So I just can't have my Wi-Fi on when I'm streaming with this.
Hey, we got Garrett Wilson. That's a hell of a pickup too.
And we definitely need to get Geno Smith with our last pick. That's our third quarterback to stack that up. So, yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. There goes Zay Flowers. That would have been a pick for me. We need a running back coming back. Hopefully David Montgomery will fall to us at 60.
So, Rob, just real quick with the whole Baltimore thing, like, do you agree with what I was saying yesterday that Declan Doyle is probably like it? Again, we assume that Baltimore's offense will be great. At least when I say great, a top 10, top 5 offense. Lamar being in the conversation of MVP, that Declan Doyle will become the new hot shot free agency head coach. Yeah, because right now he's 30 years old. He's 30, and he's already been under Sean McVay. I'm sorry, Sean Payton and Ben Johnson.
Fuck.
Again, I'm saying a couple years down the road, assumingly Baltimore's offense works out, we assume that at that point he would probably be like the new hot shot head coach for offensive minds, per se.
Yeah, I think so.
But again, we're talking about a lot of what ifs, here. Like a lot of assumptions. I'm not saying like, oh, he's guaranteed like this. It's just.
Hold on a second. I'll figure this out. I got to stop the screen. We're going to share screen. This should work. And we should be golden. Why is this stuck on this stupid Wi-Fi screen, dude?
Right now, I see you and me with Jay Moore's question.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about my share screen. It's stuck on.
I did see. Wi-Fi. I'm saying I did see that before. I'm just letting you know. Right now, what I see is just us.
Yeah, I don't know why that is going on. This is really stupid because I just did the other night. I did 3 by myself, and they were golden, like no issues. The one I did with you before, remember when you were on? I had to keep on backing out.
Right. I want to say, like, do you want to back out and see if it makes it better?
I just got to figure out how to get this going. So in the meantime, let's answer questions while I figure this out. Let's see this. I already had this question. Where do we draft Hampton, Herbert, Ladd, and the tight end? Ray, talk about that for a second while I try to figure this out.
So with Marion Hampton right now, I need to see it to believe it. I guess I'll just leave it at that. I really think, Rob, help me when I say this, just help me if I'm wrong, that I think that he's being drafted as a second round, third round running back for teams in fantasy, which is just, in my opinion, too high for a person that you need to rely on and lean on to be able to get you to where you want to go. I just think that Amarian Hampton is very talented. It's just really hard to truly believe in his health for the long run of a season. So,
all right, we got David Montgomery and Christian Watson. So we have A-Chain, Montgomery, Jefferson, Tet, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson. So we have some stackable options there, whether it's Kyler, Bryce Young, Geno Smith, and Jordan Love. I'm going to I got to turn my Wi-Fi off because that is not working. And then get this screen back up there. Dakota says I could see Harbaugh pulling the trigger on Love at 5th pick. But they have Tracy, who they like. and then Scatterbo. So I don't understand
But
why they would do that.
As we know, Rob, just logically using our thinking skills for football coaches, if a guy that you is on the team and you don't like them, this is what's going to happen. Whether it's right or wrong, completely different situation, but Scatterbo is probably going to be a backup. When I say a backup, like a shitty backup. I'm not happy about it because I love him. I think that he's very, he may not be the greatest pass catcher of a tight running back, but I don't know. I hope that things work out for him. I just think that the coaching staff, front office, don't think much of him with Harbaugh being there. But Harbaugh has shown if you don't have a Derrick Henry, you need 2 running backs. So,
All right, this is really pissing me off because I'm still stuck. It still has my stupid Wi-Fi screen up, and I've exited out of that fucking 4 times. And okay,
hey, honestly, let me leave it real quick, and I'll just come right back in. I'm saying,
no, I don't think it's going to change anything, though. It's really not going to change anything.
Okay,
because it's an issue with my phone. Nick said, I heard Harbaugh wanted Walker too. That's what gives the love to the Giants some legs, because why would they want Kenneth Walker when they already have 2 running backs?
Right.
Let me see. This is just stupid. Wow. Yeah, I guess I'm drafting on my own here. All right, I guess I'm drafting on my own, and we will answer some questions and I can get your opinion, but it just sucks that people can't see it, so kind of defeats the purpose. Finally, Ray with a solid take. Coaches want their guys. Dakota's giving you the business. Give him a
love you, Dakota. You fucking love you, Dakota. Finally, Ray with a solid take.
God damn it! This is so much work. I can't.
Well, no, that's the thing.
I can't do it.
I'm just saying, just let me hop off, and you can try doing just text me.
It's not going to matter. Hold on, let me make these. I have back-to-back picks here in the 7th and 8th. Let me make these picks.
Rob, it could make a difference with my connection. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. This is on
Trevor
yours
Lawrence
only.
Available. Mahomes available. Ooh, Harry Fanny available. I like that. So is Tucker Kraft. Do the double build. DK is available. Jalen Warren seems pretty hot. All right, let's see what I get. I got Fannin, Kraft, Metcalf, Warren. God, I really love Laporta too. But this could be a double Jordan Love stack here with Watson and Kraft. Let's see what we're looking at here. We got 20 likes in this video. That's pretty cool. I'm probably up now since I haven't checked. There we go. I am up. DK Metcalf. We'll take him. So we got Fannin and we got Metcalf. So we have Jefferson, Tet, Wilson, Watson, DK is our 5. Harold, Fannin, A-Chain, and Montgomery. All right, try to hop off real quick and join in like 2 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's see if this works.
There it is.
All right, I'm gonna play a clip right here. Hopefully that works, Sean. Like I said, it's always fine when I do it my own. I'm gonna play a long clip here and try to get this back booted up. Be patient, and be back in 50 seconds.
Jay Quellen. No Jay Quellen here?
Do you mean Jacqueline?
Okay, so that's how it's gonna be. Balake. Where is Balake at? Yes, sir.
My name's Blake.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Do you want to go to war, Balake?
No.
D Nice. Is there a D Nice?
Do you mean Denise?
Son of a bitch. Ron. Where are you? Where is Ron right now?
Here.
You know, I said it like 4 times, so why didn't you say it the first time I said Ron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron?
Son of a bitch!
All right. It's still not working. So Ray, I can get back in here, answer a couple of questions while we finish this draft. Sucks that I can't stream this one on the screen. It won't even give me the option. So I gotta reset my computer. But if I do that, the stream ends. So we'll let Ray hop back in here. We have a good team though, which is pretty wild. We have A-Chain Montgomery, and then Jefferson, McMillan, Garrett Wilson, Watson, DK Metcalf, and Harold Fannin, Mr. Harry Fanny himself. And up in 13 picks. I gotta get the quarterbacks going. So yeah, Ray will get back in here. Ask a couple more questions. We'll be off here shortly. I am taking Sunday and Monday and maybe Tuesday off. I need a little breather. We've done 7 nights in the last 8 nights. 7 of the last 8 nights we've been online. I got to save myself a little bit for the incoming months, right? And my wife, hopefully she won't divorce me because this is the most dead period of the NFL. I'm still bringing you guys the content. Don't worry. A couple days off. I'll still be back with 4 or 5 shows next week. So,
hello.
It's not working, so we can just answer some questions before we get done. Anything you want to talk about? No, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah,
I'm saying it's not working like the stupid. I don't know. I had to reset my computer to have it relink in because it's just not even registering anything now.
Are you talking about the comments?
No, the comments are good. I'm saying in terms of the draft.
Oh.
As well. He said, I'm going to send a bag of dicks to y'all. GT, Big Ray makes the Patreon shirts. What does that say? Petis? By the way, I owe a chug.
Big Ray makes the Patriots shirt. Patits.
Patits. I love it. I owe a chug. Ray, you want to do one with me? That was our 5th.
Sure.
For some reason, my stupid YouTube also not letting me set goals. That was our 5th super, so we owe a chug as well. I'm up in 3 picks, so let me make this pick here. We need a quarterback very bad. Brock Purdy's available. Jordan, we're going to take Jordan Love for sure. And then I will double up with Purdy, Goff. There's no tight ends I want. There's a running back. Kenneth Gainwell. Fuck yeah. I've been loving Kenneth Gainwell in fantasy. That's the perfect breast ball dude, man. So we're going to take Jordan Love. Love and Gainwell. I do like this team. This is a team that's going to win it big, Ray. I'm gonna give you all the money. If I win this one, I'm gonna donate all this to you since you funded the operation, even do this draft. So I'll give you bi-weekly updates. Let's see. We're taking Jordan Love, and we're taking Kenneth Gainwell. Come on, let me make it. Take Kenneth Gainwell. I love this team. The Chinese are hacking. Yeah, those fuckers. I want to say a racial slur, but I can't. But I will say this, Ray. We talked about this in yesterday's show. The Chinese are doing something right, okay? I'll put this up here. They're doing something right. Tell us how great this is. We've been clamoring this for years, bro.
Well, anytime Robert and I ever talk about anything that has to do with pedophiles, the wood chipper, where you throw in the wood to be chipped up into pieces, little teeny tiny pieces. Yeah. That's where Rob and I stand. We want nothing to do with pedophilia, bullshit, Epstein files, all this. Thank
Kill
God.
them all, bro.
No, I'm saying, but like, at least China, somewhere in the world, somebody's doing the right thing. So, and it, unfortunately, is China. And they're fucking things up in a good way.
Kyler Murray just went ahead of Baker Mayfield in this draft. The love on Kyler, this is where he should have always gone, honestly. But it's something. It's something. So I'm glad I got my early shares of Kyler at pick 150 when I started. That's the reason I did these early ones. I was like, Kyler's a value. I did drafts just based on that. There goes all the quarterbacks. Holy shit. He went ahead of Tyler Shuck and Jared Goff. Jared Goff, like taking Kyler ahead of Jared Goff and Baker is stupid. I love Kyler, but like I'm not doing that, bro.
I did the same thing. Okay. So you forgot XFL. I took Kyler first, Goff second. end up, and none of them were on my roster at the end of the year because I got Daniel Jones and Stafford.
All right, I got options here. We have options. Shakir's available. Juwan Jennings still unsigned. What do you think about that, man? It's very interesting. I got to put this graphic off the screen because it's distracting. Juwan Jennings to the Patriots to like, what are we thinking? Because he's going to want to go to a contender. It's my thought, at least. Let's see.
It is honestly very. He's an interesting, fact. Like when I say fact, because just in general, like he's very productive. His injury history is out of control. He wants more than he's worth. Somebody will end up giving it to him when things are said and done. And when I say things are said and done, aka training camp. So if I were him, I would hold out. Like just in general, like let the dominoes fall as they are, and figure it out from there. Because especially you get the peeps who will be like, "Oh, we gotta sue him." Well,
all right, you ready to chug this drink with me? This is the community chug here, and let's go. It was slow because I have these giant chunks of fucking lemons in that was slowing the beer down.
Oh, your giant chunks of lemon. Okay, you will.
Dude, I drank some. Oh wait, I missed his pick. I'm gonna take Bryce Young. I drank some green beer today. It definitely tasted like green beer.
Yeah, the combos.
I didn't like it. I feel like I thought I wouldn't taste it. I tasted it, bro.
You can definitely taste that, man.
It's
like
supposed to just be. You're supposed to not taste it. It's fucking food dye.
No shit. You can taste food dye with the amount of it.
Well, I didn't like it.
No, nobody likes it.
But it was on $3 special, and I could have got a regular one for $4.
Well, there you go.
I was like,
right, everybody. Rob said he didn't like it. $3 special.
Every $2 super chat I get, YouTube takes like 45%. So essentially, every $2, that's a $2 super chat. I just saved by not getting the normal beer. I got the food color beer. It was gross. Dakota says I ate Pizza Hut pan pizza. I feel like shit. It's not real food. Pizza Hut. Where do you rank Pizza Hut in terms of the chain pizzerias? Because you can't add Rosati's. That's more of an actual pizza place. It's Pizza Hut. It's Little Caesars. It's who am I missing here? I guess Papa John's. I think that's a little better, but
well, if we're gonna go
Domino's.
If Little Caesars, I'm saying Little Caesars is involved. Little Caesars is the worst. So quality.
Yeah, they have the crazy bread though. The crazy bread's great. It is good, right? No.
No. I love it. I'm just more getting. Yeah, of course. I'm more getting at that. The fact is that Little Caesars pizza sucks.
Yeah, it kind of does suck. Is it worse than Pizza Hut? I don't know if it is.
I don't know because Pizza is apparently revamped their shit. So I honestly, if that's true, I don't know. But in general, average person, yeah, I would think like if it's, I don't know, $30 for 2 pizzas. I'm not giving a guy, again, if we're coming from a person who's delivered pizzas, I know for a fact that guy didn't cook the pizzas and he drove them here. I'll give him some sort of tip. I'm not going to stiff him. But Rob, are you the same way with anything? Like in general, when it comes to food delivery, like you give him a tip, but you're not going to give him the fucking whole world because they delivered you food. Meaning, like, if your food costs you $30, you're not going to give them $50 or a $20 tip.
It depends how high I am. And, I don't smoke weed anymore, so now I give less for food delivery. I mean, when I was smoking weed, I'd fucking pay more for food delivery because I was lazy, you know what I mean? Because of the weed. Now it's I just go pick up the food. So I don't really get food delivery.
Just trying to have a
all right.
conversation.
Let's pound through this. Pizza Hut. So I will say Domino's. I love Domino's because I love the garlic sauce. I love dipping. And Domino's crust is epic.
Yeah, the crust is that's where it's at. Yeah.
Is Papa John's good? I've actually never had Papa John's, and that might be
really
because it's in like Aurora. Yeah, it's not like close to me.
Yeah, Papa John's is. I would say Papa John's is the number one like food chain for pizzas in our area.
I think Papa John's a pedophile, so that's just my thing. I don't know why, but I have no basis to back this.
I don't know why yet.
The grapevine.
Yeah.
I used to fuck guys like you in prison.
Okay. That's a random clip. I don't know who played that. That was weird.
You.
I'm going to take Woody Marks. Oh, I played that? Shit. And Keyshawn Booty. I'm going to take both those guys. Tell me that works. Draft's going pretty well. I'm going to read the team for you guys. Jordan Love and Bryce Young. Okay, I'm going to get Geno Smith. So it's going to be Jordan Love, Bryce Young, Geno Smith. That sounds gross. A-Chain Montgomery, Kenneth Gainwell, Tyrone Tracy, Woody Marks is our 5. Jefferson, Tet, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, DK Metcalf, Keyshawn Booty, and then Harold Fannin as their tight end. I think I like that. So I'm going to get the Geno Smith, Mason Taylor, and Garrett Wilson stack. Garrett Wilson right now going he's got the 3-4 turn. You like that for Garrett Wilson? Because I love it. Ray, are you falling asleep?
Huh?
Garrett Wilson, pick 37. So that's essentially the first pick.
I love Garrett Wilson. Like, he may not live up to where he was originally drafted and everybody thought, but in general, with Garrett Wilson, I still love his upside, especially with Geno Smith. He's gonna be able to push it downfield.
Holy fuck! You know where Calvin Ridley's going?
Calvin Ridley,
wide receiver. What wide receiver you think Calvin Ridley? Like wide receiver.
He just restarted his contract. 46,
75. That's money, bro. Holy shit! God. I didn't know he'd be going. I didn't know he'd be staying in the Titans. That's why I haven't been drafting him. I figured he'd
no, right. But that's why they restarted his contract.
Now, dude, that's the greatest value I've ever heard in my life in best ball. Wide receiver 75. Like,
you know, they restarted his contract today. Like, I'm not exactly sure the numbers, but that's what happened. So that makes a lot of sense.
Pizza Hut used to be the shit, 100% in the 90s. 100%. It was cheap. It was effective. It was efficient. It was good, and the building was cool too. I feel like now they're just like, you used to have that nice little like home. It was almost like a Blockbuster, right? Like that nice little building, and now it just sucks. Dakota says, Ray, were there any honeys out there for St. Patty's Festival? Were you said you were at the St. Patty's Festival, or is he just saying you were? I was the one out. I was out, but it wasn't at the St. Patty's Festival.
No.
I was just out with my wife.
Dakota, you make me hate myself more, man. No, I had to work. No. Didn't go
my
out.
wife was out there. She's a honey. Really big tits too. She was out there, but outside of her, no, there was nothing, no talent.
Well,
at the bar.
plus if
Ray
goes out downtown like that. First off, I'm not here right now as we speak on the podcast. Second off,
why aren't you here?
If I went downtown?
Oh, you wouldn't be here. I see what you're saying. I see it. I get it.
Yeah, because La Coca, all that shit would be equal. Enter Ray's realm.
Yeah. You should have gone out, though. This is St. Patty's Day weekend.
Oh, I know.
Them chicks, it's like Mardi Gras, bro. They're just showing their titties to show their titties. Ray, you could be showing your titties.
Oh, you want them?
No. Yeah, they might. Oh, I don't want to get like demonetized because they might be like.
Oh, really? Ray's tittle biggies. They're gonna get you demonetized.
Yeah, they're pretty big titties. This motherfucker's got 9 receivers. Don't do anything stupid, you motherfucker. I want Geno Smith. I need Geno Smith.
9 receivers. Wow.
In the 14th round, he has 9 receivers, dude. Or 15th round, sorry. So I'm gonna get Geno. And I'm going to reach for Mason Taylor as much as I want to take Adonai Mitchell and Trey Harris and Calvin Ridley. Fuck it. I think I can maybe stretch out and get
Who do
Mason
you
Taylor.
even when I say this, I'm not against the whole Mason Johnson or Taylor thing. It's like, who the hell do you believe in New York? Jets, at least.
I believe in Mason Taylor a lot, bro.
There you go.
But I'm going to take – no, you know what? I'm going to do this thing and take Calvin Ridley just because this is too insane to not take Calvin Ridley. Like, this is too insane to not take him. Like, I got to learn. He just re-signed. He just restructured. We're taking Calvin Ridley. This is wild. If I miss on Mason Taylor, you know how much of a big deal this is for me to pass out of Mason Taylor when I only have fucking Harold Fannin? But give me Calvin Ridley at pick 181, bro. What are we doing? GT, stuffed crust, good ice, salad bar, and cheese sticks. Good night. Yeah, it is. Well, hey, Dakota, just because Ray didn't go out doesn't mean he wasn't drinking. I think that's the point of the matter, right? Like, we can drink by staying in. I drink all the time, and I don't go out all the time.
Dakota, I will send you on. Is Dakota part of the Patreon?
Yeah, Dakota is a professional fanatic.
He's Florida. He's Florida.
He's Florida G7.
Yeah. Dakota, I will send you the ultimate Ray picture. So Rob, well, the first time I went to U of I to my first semester, so this is fall of 2009. I went to go visit Lutz, and Lutz took a great picture of me passed out under a computer chair, or like wherever the chairs were that the dorms had, like, for computer, like where you want to put it. Yeah, Dakota, I'll send that to you so you'll know right away. Or sorry, shall I say right away?
Ah, he did it. Why is Emmanuel Wilson not going up there? Here we go. Give me Emmanuel Wilson as my 2. Jesus fuck. All right. We got 2:46 into the show. We got another 14 minutes or so on the show. So ask any questions you would like for me and Ray to answer. Food related, movie related, football related, sex related. I will I will answer anything. Ray will answer anything. That's what we do around here. Very light night in the show. We still made 3 hours. Again, I'm taking at least the next 2 days off, maybe the next 3 days off, take a little break, and then we'll be back hitting it hard next week. We'll have the Chaz on. We'll have Ray on. We'll have Storey back. Storey's been in Dallas. Maybe TD, Tom, new co-host, will make an appearance. And then maybe I'll do some other underdog drafts if I could figure out this bullshit that lets me, stream it on the actual screen. That'll be a good time. So don't worry. You'll have to find something to do for the next couple of days. Watch Downtown Sports, watch porn, jerk or wiener, play video games. I don't, you can figure it out. I guess that's what I got to say. That's all I got to say about that.
Jerk off your wieners. I like that.
We all like jerking off, man. Guys, any guy that tells you he doesn't jerk off he's probably a serial killer, because
be very weary of that person.
No, I know a lot of girls that don't do it. Not a lot. I've known of some, right? Which means a lot, because like if I was a girl, I'd be fucking masturbating all the time, because you get away with it anywhere. Anywhere, as long as you're not stupid. You can get away with it in a car parking lot, those kind of things where like a guy can't. So, but they're just not into it like we are. It's just much more mechanical when we do it. Like theirs has to be more like candles lit, and they want to just all romantic. What do you got? Is it the video? What is this video again? You jerking off at Meyer?
No, it's me. This is me and the LeBron. You can sort of see. This is my. Oh, that's my face. That was my
Mason
first.
Taylor is still available.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. I'm gonna read the team after these next 2 picks, and I really do dig this squad. I wish I could have shown it to all you guys.
Hold on. Did you get my picture that I sent to the group chat?
What was it? Your dick? Yeah, I blocked you and I sent it to the FBI. So,
what
was it?
You'd be way too impressed with that. I'm more talking the
dick.
The picture that I sent you, me passed out. Can you show it to the group?
No, I didn't.
It's on Discord.
Well, no, I can't send it to you here. I mean, I don't know. You already sent it to Discord. What do you want me to do?
Well, you
ladies
showed...
and gentlemen, we just got Mason Taylor with pick 204. My dick is so hard right now, and I'm just going to get Zachariah Branch for an upside stash here. Or am I going to get a running back? Ooh, Ray Davis is available. I could take Ollie Gordon. No, I'm going to take Ray Davis. Let's go to win this motherfucker.
Hey, at least
All right,
Dakota respects this, okay? You just sit there on your high horse. I'm fucking with you.
All right, here's the team. Jordan Love, Bryce Young, Geno Smith. Pretty weak. Devin A-Chain, David Montgomery, Kenneth Gainwell, Tyron Tracy, Woody Marks, Justin Jefferson, Tedoroa McMillan, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, DK Metcalf, Keyshawn Boutte, Calvin Ridley, and Zachariah Branch to round out the receivers. Harold Fannin and Mason Taylor. So we still have 2 picks left to end the draft. I'm going tight end for the third tight end, and I am going another running back, and that's going to be a squad of squads. I'll take George Hawane. I will take Ollie Gordon, Caleb Johnson. Those are the guys I will take.
Wait. Whoa. You take Caleb Johnson's name out of your fucking mouth.
You hate him?
You hate him.
I don't hate him.
Bullshit. I watch your little... Yeah, okay. You don't hate him. Oh.
Well, it's scary, man. Like, what's the guy going to do?
I know. I wanted him last year.
Good thing you didn't have him last year.
No shit. I wouldn't want shit.
All right. We're approaching 3 hours. We have literally 5 people in here. So we're taking a couple days off. You'll see me on Tuesday or Wednesday. Again, anything you need to know in the Discord, post that shit in the Discord. Ask questions. Ask me whatever you want. Ask Ray whatever you want. We will see you soon. Big Ray, you're the man. Did you dominate in Halo tonight or what? Did you do better with your stuff?
You know, for what they were expecting, there was a lot of shit talking.
How's your friend in the Halo group? Is he doing okay?
No. But you know, that's well, he is, but you know, there's many, like I told you, there's an elongated game on that. When I say game, yeah,
I get you. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. A couple days off, but I will not be gone for long. Love your
everybody.
life. Thank you, Dakota.
Thank
you, GT.
Dakota, love you, man.
Thank you, Mal.
Appreciate everybody.
You guys are awesome. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Nico. Great performance.
Hey,
we
Nico.
will talk to you guys soon.
Hey,
love
Rob.
your life. Stay
Rob,
positive.
I'm giving you. Hey, you
Respect
deserve a
each
round of
other.
applause. You yourself, okay?
Thank you. Oh, appreciate you. Love your life. Stay positive. Respect each other. We'll see you here in a few days.
Just seemed like a good dude. I thought I'd see if you wanted to grab a beer, that's all. I'm glad you called. We get home safe, Pistol.
You got it, Jobin.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
Oh, what'd you say?
I don't know. You nicknamed me Pistol, and I just called you Jobin. It means nothing. I'm drunk. I'm gonna call a cab.
All right, man. You have my number, yeah?
I got you stored in my iPhone.
All right, if you need me.